coach Joe Missoula. Why did his team have more success from three in Game 3?
We had 8 less live ball turnovers, and we won the end of quarter 8-3. That's a significant difference from Game 2, where we had 11 live ball turnovers and had like a -7 differential on the end of quarters. I think that's the most important thing when you're playing against a team like New York.
So there's Joe Missoula on the lack of turnovers, live ball turnovers, and the Celtics' subsequent success from three-point range. They hoisted up a ton of shots in the first 2 games, and their offensive approach was heavily criticized. Remember, Game 1, they missed 45 three-pointers. They were 15 out of 60, and in Game 2, they weren't much better as they were 10 out of 40. So Games 1 and 2 combined, they hit an even 25% of their three-point attempts. And, of course, that number jumped to 50% on Saturday in their Game 3 22-point victory as they went 20 for 40 from downtown. Missoula was also asked if being more physical is allowing the Celtics to affect Jalen Brunson's offensive output.
I mean, he's a great player. He's going to find shots. He's going to find opportunities to truly impact the game throughout the entire game. But we just trust our individual defenders and our help behind. I think Jrue's done a great job on him. I think Derrick and Peyton have gotten good on him. I know Al's been good on him. So you're just trying to trust our individual defenders and then trust the help behind. And when and if you need to make adjustments, you try to do those as quickly as possible.
Time now for Who's Hot, Who's Not, and that is brought to you by Slomin's. Well, who was hot in game number 3? Peyton Pritchard scored 23 points and was 5 for 10 from downtown. Pritchard hit as many three-pointers as the entire Knicks team, but all the Celtics were hot from deep as they collectively shot 20 for 40 from beyond the three-point arc. Who's not? Well, OG Anunoby over his last 2 games has scored a total of 7 points, and the Knicks would love to get him more involved in the offense, especially early on here tonight. Anunoby had 2 points in Game 3 and shot 1 for 6 from the field. That was Who's Hot, Who's Not, brought to you by Slomin's. Spring into savings with Slomin's Spring Fling Sale. Get a new 18-seer AC system, 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 18 months, plus 5 years of service free. Call 516-932-7000 now. Pat O'Keefe with you at Madison Square Garden ahead of game number 4 between the Knicks and the Celtics. Going on right now, the NBA Draft Lottery, as we will have those results by the end of New York Knicks game night. Of course, Cooper Flagg out of Duke, the presumptive number 1 overall pick. It is the Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, and the Charlotte Hornets, who collectively have the best chance of earning the number 1 pick. Each 3 of those teams with a 14% chance of earning the number 1 pick in the draft and winning tonight's NBA Draft Lottery. Here's Jalen Brunson after his 27-point performance in Game 3, a game the Knicks lost by 22, on if the Knicks now have less margin for error in this series than Boston, despite the Knicks being up 2-1.
I mean, against any NBA team, really. It's tough for comebacks to happen around the league. Yes, they're a great team. They have the experience. They're the defending champs. They have all that. I just don't think we want to be in the hole, a 20-point hole each game. It's not going to suit us well.
The Knicks did such a great job in those first 2 games after falling behind by 20 to get it close in the fourth quarter and give themselves a chance. It's been clear in this series so far that the Knicks have been the better clutch team, the better fourth quarter team when the game is on the line. But they have to get to that point, something they were unable to do in game number 3 on Saturday afternoon. If they're able to do that tonight in front of the Garden crowd that was dying to get the Knicks going on Saturday afternoon, this could be quite the scene here tonight at the world's most famous arena in game number 4 as the Knicks look to regain their lead, their control of this best-of-7 series. Time now for the Knicks starting lineup, brought to you by Verizon. Usual starters led by Jalen Brunson, also Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Tom Thibodeau was actually asked a question before the game on whether or not he would consider starting Mitchell Robinson. The reason for that, they have intentionally fouled Robinson off the ball, putting him at the free throw line. Well, he only goes to the free throw line when the Celtics are in the penalty. 5 committed fouls in the period. That would not be the case if he started the game. Tom Thibodeau said that he considers everything, but as you can see, is going with his regular starting 5. And that was the Knicks starting lineup, brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed, and get a great deal on a new 5G phone with Unlimited Ultimate. For the Celtics, they go with the same starters as well. Jrue Holiday and Derrick White in the backcourt. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and for the third straight game, Al Horford gets the start at center. They are down to the top 4 picks in the NBA draft lottery, as it will be the Dallas Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Charlotte Hornets. So the Wizards and the Utah Jazz, 2 teams that had the best odds of winning the lottery, have fallen back, and they will not be among the top 4 picks. But Dallas is still involved. So is San Antonio once again, and the Charlotte Hornets. So we will have that for you as we continue here on New York Knicks game night. The lights are off at the Garden, and they are awaiting the Knicks to come out onto the floor before tonight's game number 4 against the Boston Celtics. Still to come here on New York Knicks game night. Monica McNutt will step in and give us her thoughts and keys to tonight's game as the Knicks look to get back on track here at Madison Square Garden. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Hey Knicks fans, now at Verizon, they're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan. And you can get a single line for just $45 a month when you switch and bring your phone. That's their best price ever on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Guaranteed for 3 years. Because at Verizon, they got you. Visit your local Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
This is Jalen Brunson. I'll be driving in my games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me the all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing too. Just mention that I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory, great deals, and all new and used vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Jalen sent you.
BetMGM, an official partner of the New York Knicks, has a special offer for you. Fans can get in on the second chance promotion every Friday. Make any first field goal bet, and if your player scores the second field goal, you'll get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer paid back in withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
And we're back at Madison Square Garden as we get you set for game number 4 between the Knicks and the Celtics, creeping closer to the opening tip. The Celtics on the floor going through their pregame warm-ups. Knicks yet to emerge from the locker room. When they do, this place will come alive. Monica McNutt is on the call again tonight along with Tyler Murray. Monica joining me now to set the stage for this one. Obviously, a common theme throughout the series has been the Knicks falling into early deficits, and especially the last 2 games, because those were early double-digit first-quarter deficits, and they were unable to recover as they fell behind by 16 after the first quarter of game number 3. So from what you've seen, Monica, what can the Knicks do differently to avoid a similar start tonight?
Well, honestly, Pat, I'm like, they got to make shots, which, yes, I do think on a base level that is an important component. But I actually asked head coach Tom Thibodeau about the anatomy of a good start. And he talked about the readiness to play, the urgency, and being in attack mode. And obviously he pointed out it's much better to play with the lead, so these guys want to jump out and put their best foot forward to start a ball game. I do think that the mental piece is important. They got out of the way what it feels like to be here in the conference semifinals versus the Boston Celtics in Game 3, and now in Game 4 it'll be familiar, and I think they will have a better start than what we saw in Game 3 and what has proven to be a key to this series.
You know, the playoff series is such a long time. We've been at it for almost a month already, and you can think of different points in either series where the Knicks needed to make adjustments. If you think back to after Game 2 against Detroit, the Knicks needed to get more guys involved in the offense, and they did right away. And then later in that series, they needed better third quarters, and they had a big third quarter to close out that series in Detroit. Now you look at a guy like OG Anunoby and maybe Mikal Bridges as well. You'd like to see them get the offense. So how can they accomplish that tonight?
OG Anunoby has to lean in on the defensive end because a lot of how he scores and at least how he gets his energy is off of steals, turnovers, running out in passing lanes. I'm not saying that that's the only way he's able to do it, but I do think that is sort of the engine that revs up as a part of his game. And Joe Missoula pointed out that last game, this team had 8 less live ball turnovers. And I think that directly correlates to how OG Anunoby plays on the offensive end, right? Game 20, when he had 29 in Game 1, it was turnovers galore, and the Knicks were able to capitalize on that. And the comeback featured a lot of transition opportunities. So I think that's an important part for OG Anunoby's game.
Did you see anything different as we're watching now the Dallas Mavericks have won the NBA draft lottery? Incredible. San Antonio gets the number 2 pick. Dallas will pick first, and that's former Nick Ronaldo Blackman on the dais for the Mavericks. But I digress, Monica. Did you see anything different from the Boston Celtics in their offensive approach, or was it just a matter of they made more shots?
I think they were more aggressive. I thought I don't know if people will call this out, Pat, but every time the Knicks would go on like a little 6-7 point run, I felt like Missoula popped the timeout. And I said to Tyler, somebody is probably saying not again in terms of what happened in games 1 and 2. Our good colleague Jay Williams today was on Get Up with me this morning, and he was sitting near the huddle, and he confirmed that Joe Missoula's coaching and what he was sharing in that huddle was exactly that. Let's not let this happen again, and hoping that his guys kept their foot on the necks, so to speak. So, to answer your question, I thought they were more aggressive consistently. They avoided the lull in which the Knicks had previously been able to capitalize. And I do think off of dribble penetration, they swung the ball more, and that allowed them to continue to find open shots within rhythm of their team's offense.
What would you like to see from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight? Because at times during this series, they have been unable to handle him inside.
He's got to be aggressive. And I know he's got a thumb and an index finger, but at this point, if you aren't hurt, everybody's injured to a degree, right? And so you got to play through it. I would really like to see him play with force in the paint, similar to his performance in Game 2 back in Boston. And you will point to the numbers. He still had a double-double in Game 3, but that game was essentially over at the end of the first quarter, so it doesn't register with the same level of impact. But I think if he puts up those types of numbers and the Knicks are close in this ballgame, then this thing goes into clutch, they will have the opportunity to win here in Game 3, or Game 4, excuse me.
All right, let's get to it. Monica, time now for your Knicks keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
All right, so my first key in this one is going to continue to be the three-point line because that just represents so much variance in this series. I don't expect the Celtics to shoot 50%. I don't expect the Knicks to shoot another 22%. Both teams need to fall somewhere in the middle so that it is competitive. The second one for me is going to be transition opportunities for the Knicks. That is a way that they are able to not only get energy, but to get easy baskets while the Celtics defense is on their heels. That is so important to me. Then I'm going to say play decisive basketball. They've got to be able to communicate through how they're guarding their pick and rolls. They got to know the coverage. They got to be sharp on the defensive end. And offensively, if the ball is not – the ball can't stick, right? I think it has to move. If someone's playing ISO, they've got to be aggressive so that the rotations can happen and you can see who's open. If someone is swinging the play or running an execution, cuts got to be clean. Screens got to be good. You have to move this Boston's defense because if you let them just load up and sit, it's hard to find the gap. So just to run it back, Pat, I got threes, I got transition opportunities, and I got decisive basketball.
All right, Monica. Should be fun. Have a great call tonight.
Thank you, Pat.
That was the Knicks Keys to the Game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires. I want to correct myself. I got my former Knicks confused. Rolando Blackman was representing the Dallas Mavericks and not Reynaldo Balkman, as the Mavericks did win the NBA draft lottery. Either way, it is time for game number 4. That'll do it for New York Knicks game night. Coming up next from the Garden, it is the Knicks and the Celtics once again. The Knicks looking to take a 3-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt have the call, and I'll be back with you at halftime. Enjoy the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been the New York Knicks pregame show. Get ready. New York Knicks basketball is coming right up.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Spring has finally arrived, and if you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with our Spring Fling sale. We're now offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2025 refrigerant-compliant R454B systems, expertly installed by our certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And we're including a comprehensive service plan for the first 5 years, with annual system checks to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing Nassau, Suffolk, and Queens County. Call Sloman's at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. That's 516-932-7000. 18-month promo period, no payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready?
Green pick and pop. Horford top of the key 3. That's Celtics basketball. He nails a wide open triple. They're 11 of 17 from downtown. It's a 21-point lead again.
New York Knicks basketball is on the air.
And the defending champions are back off the ropes as the Celtics will take game 3, 115-93, setting up a must-win game 4 for the Knicks.
The New York Knicks. Are you ready?
We didn't play with enough urgency, enough physicality. Give them credit. They're the defending champs. Reset, regroup, watch the film, see where we can get better.
Knicks basketball starts right now. Live from Madison Square Garden for the Eastern Conference semifinals, it's Game 4. The Knicks versus the Celtics. Now here's Monica McNutt, and with the play-by-play, here's Tyler Murray on the MSG Radio Network.
Monday night at the Mecca. It is Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals as the New York Knicks host the Boston Celtics for the second consecutive game in hopes of taking a 3-1 series lead in round 2. The bracket is absolutely wide open. In fact, the winner of this series might just get home court in the Eastern Conference Finals, the way Indiana's up 3-1 on Cleveland. And if you look ahead to the finals, Oklahoma City barely squeaking out a win to prevent going down 3-1 to Denver just yesterday. And if it's not OKC in the championship round, the winner of this series could also get home court throughout the rest of the postseason. A lot on the line in so many ways as we welcome you into Madison Square Garden on a Monday night. Knicks with a 2-1 series lead. The road team is undefeated so far in this series, and the Knicks will look to end that trend here this evening. Alongside Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Ray Santiago, our esteemed producer. Tyler Freed on stats. We got Rachel Haggerty on the ones and twos, our engineer this evening for another postseason edition of New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network. Monica, you asked Tom Thibodeau about this before today's game, and if there was a easy answer, we wouldn't see the Knicks fall behind so much so early. But you asked him, what's the key to a good start? Of course, we know they want to get off to better starts. They've been behind by an average of 9 points at the end of the first quarter across these first 3 games. What do you think could help make the difference to avoid falling behind early against the Celtics team?
Well, I'll rattle off his answers for our audience. He said readiness to play, urgency, being in attack mode, and he pointed out how much better it is to play with the lead as opposed to having to play from behind. Look, I think this team has to play with a level of decisiveness and confidence. They just have to be aggressive, obviously make shots, but the aggressiveness has to apply on both ends of the floor. And so it's tough because I thought in the first half of Game 3, they got good looks and the ball just danced around the rim. But it is, in fact, still a very much miss or make lead. So I want to see a mindset as much as anything else, and I think the mindset will dictate what the fruit of that will look like.
A lot of tough misses, you're right, here at home on Saturday. And the home and road splits for the Knicks in terms of their three-point shooting, it's eye-popping. They're shooting just 31% at home in the postseason from three-point range. When they're on the road, 38%. There was a lot of talk about the Celtics' three-point struggles in Games 1 and Game 2. They combined to shoot just 25% from downtown, and you remember it well, I'm sure, Knicks fans. Everybody said there's no way the Celtics will have a third consecutive game when they shoot just 25%, and they were right. They went from 10 of 40 in Game 2 to 20 of 40 in Game 3, a 50% clip. Well, then maybe it's good news that the Knicks have also gone through a similar slump. Game 2 and Game 3 combined, the Knicks were just 25% from long range, so if they follow the Celtics pattern, that means they're in line for a bounce-back effort from beyond the arc. Such a wild last 24 hours or so with, including the Celtics, all 3 of the so-called elite teams in the NBA having to battle back from down 2 games to 1 in the series. We saw the Oklahoma City Thunder even things up in Denver. And then last night, opportunity for Cleveland to do the same, but they very much did not, falling behind by 40-plus points. They dominated the second half and still lost the game by 20. And so it is Indiana with a 3-1 series lead in that Pacers-Cavs matchup. So the question is, which end of the spectrum will the Knicks wind up on? Will it be a grinder of a game? Will we see a lopsided win or loss? Monica, it feels like this one could be a whole lot tighter than what we've seen at least early in the first 3 games. Or could you envision a scenario where the Celtics again get a 20-point advantage? Or do you think there's an answer in store for the Knicks to keep it tighter today?
I don't know. Has any of the turnouts so far in this series been exactly what you predicted? I will say this.
No.
I expected the Celtics to come out with urgency and win Game 3. I did not expect it to go the way that it went. But other than that, none of these outcomes have been exactly what I have expected. So how dare you ask me to make a prediction? What a teammate you are. You set me up for failure.
Well, it's the first time in, about 90 games together now that you've finally been willing to answer a question I don't know. And for that, I thank you. We get set for Knicks basketball here. Quickly, the officials brought to you by London Jewelers. Scott Foster, James Williams, and Mitchell Irvin. London Jewelers brings you our officials all year long. Visit them today at any of their 7 locations, including the Americana Mall and the mall at Short Hills. Here is PA announcer Mike Walshewski for the pregame proceedings.
Garden, the world's most famous arena. And welcome to Game 4 of the 2025 NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. Tonight's matchup features the Boston Celtics and your New York Knicks, presented by Lexus. Now, if you are able, please rise, remove your hats to represent our nation's colors. Please welcome the Fire Department of New York. And here to perform the Star Spangled Banner Grammy-nominated Season 2 winner of The Voice, please welcome Jermaine Paul.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are ready for New York Knicks playoff basketball. And for the moment, why don't we just cherish the fact that you didn't spend a single second worried about the NBA draft lottery today, like perhaps you've had to for so many years as Knicks fans over the last couple of decades. It's all about the action on the court tonight. But speaking of the lottery, if the Mavericks can win it with a 1.8% chance, you better believe the Knicks can pull off an upset and win this series over the defending champions, who send out this starting five put together by Joe Missoula. Same as games 2 and 3. Horford starting over Porzingis, who did have 3 blocks in limited time on Saturday. It'll be Derrick White and Jrue Holiday in the backcourt. Holiday only played 24 minutes in game 3 because Peyton Pritchard put together a team-high 23-point effort off the bench in 34 minutes. The first 2 games, he averaged just 23 minutes. That was the big move that Joe Missoula made, in addition to what people much smarter than me have been calling staggered screens, multiple picks up top to create more open threes for the Celtics. We'll see how the Knicks defense handles that today. So Holiday and White in the backcourt. Then you got Brown and Tatum on the wings. Jaylen Brown is the leading Celtic scorer in the series, averaging 21 points a night across the first 3 games. And then Jayson Tatum set the tone in game 3. After starting the series 5 of 18 from downtown, he made each of his first 4 3-pointers and had 17 points in the first half of the game. In the middle, the aforementioned Al Horford, who was 3 of 4 from long range on Saturday after missing 9 of his first 10 triples in the 2 games in Boston. Tom Thibodeau was asked before the game if he gave any consideration to starting Mitchell Robinson, maybe a tactic of forcing Joe Missoula to either not foul him or put his team into the penalty very early. Tom Thibodeau said he could go with the same starting 5, and that's what he's wound up doing. One of the more productive starting 5s during the regular season, although the metrics haven't really favored the Knicks starting 5, but again, they've been going up against perhaps the only starting 5 better, or at least comparable, and that's what the Celtics have been able to put together the last couple of years. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges in the backcourt for the Knicks. The number on Brunson that maybe gives you hope in a weird way is that he's shooting below 40% from 2-point range. During the regular season, Brunson was at 54% from beyond the arc. He's money once he gets to his spots, but for whatever reason, his shots haven't been dropping in those particular areas through the first 3 games, so maybe a breakout game coming for Brunson. Mikal Bridges has been excellent defensively, 8 steals across the first 3 games of the series. And, of course, OG Anunoby and Josh Hart on the wings. They're a big part of the Knicks defense as well. Anunoby scoring, though, after a playoff career-high 29 in Game 1. He's been held to 7 total points across the last 2 games. Josh Hart, meanwhile, he had a game-high 23 points in Game 2, but the Celtics held him to just 10 in Game 3. Karl-Anthony Towns was a little more active from three-point land on Saturday, but after making his first bomb from way out beyond the left wing, he was 0 for his last 4. But he only took 2 3-pointers across those 2 games in Boston, so maybe helping space the floor at the very least. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The opening tip is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Knicks are in their statement dark blue uniforms tonight with bright orange numbers on the front and back. It says New York on the front, and on the back of the uniforms in white, it's the last names. Celtics in their classic white uniforms. It says Celtics on the front in green. Numbers on front and back in the same color, and the names on top of the numbers on the back in green as well. Nice classic wood finish court here at MSG. Standard New York Knicks logo. The City Edition is nice, but good to go with the original in the biggest game of the year for New York. Some people said Game 3 was a must-win for the Knicks to go up 3-0 and deliver a near knockout punch to the Celtics, but I think Josh Hart was pretty on point when he said, quote, "We knew the Celtics weren't going to let us win 4 in a row and go on our merry way." He continued to say Saturday was not acceptable. We had to come out with a sense of urgency, which we did not have in Game 3. Two former Dominican national teammates, Al Horford and Karl-Anthony Towns, embrace at midcourt as we are set for Knicks basketball. High above the garden floor. I love this view up here, dead center. You can see everything. We're eye level with the Clyde Frazier banner off to our left, which is just next to the number 12 of the late, great Dick Barnett. What a night at MSG. After an admittedly disappointing afternoon on Saturday, these fans are ready for what they hope is a four-quarter party. When the Celtics leading 17-6 out of the gate, there was never a real chance for this place to erupt, with the exception of a Mitchell Robinson free throw after missing his first 5. Knicks will go from right to left, Celtics from left to right. Scott Foster, a couple of bounces. False start from Al Horford on the jump. Now it's tipped up and spiked by Towns. Tipped out of bounds off of Holiday by Bridges. And the Knicks will have the opening possession.
And this crowd that's ready to rock and roll gives their first round of applause.
Jalen Brunson gets the inbound from Josh Hart along the near sideline from right to left. Go New York. It comes to Bridges near the center court logo, defended by Derrick White. Going to run a play for Anunoby off the ball, but it comes to Brunson right wing. Screen from Hart, takes a dribble, pull up 2 far side mid-range, short, and Tatum gets the rebound.
It's a good looking shot by Jalen Brunson. I like the early execution in this one as well.
Horford right angle up top to White, catch and shoot 3 over Anunoby. That's good. And Derrick White, who was ice cold in Boston, has liked the range in New York. He is 4 of 7 in the series from downtown.
Knicks can't hang their heads. They've got to stay in every single possession.
Karl-Anthony Towns, left point, defended by Tatum, gets it to Hart, straddling the right side wing. Horford giving him a step of space. Now it's Towns, step back left wing, 3 catch and shoot. Short, tipped by Tatum, and the rebound is gathered by Derrick White. Up top, Tatum. Celtics from left to right. He finds Brown, drives the left side of the lane on Brunson. Pulls up for 2 from the foul line and drills it. So 5-0 start for the Celtics. They've taken a 20-point lead in 6 of the 7 games that they have played against Boston this year, the Celtics have.
This very astute crowd is sort of giving this team a little bit of energy.
They're trying. Anunoby straight on three-pointer, bricked it wide right. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Jaylen Brown. It'll stay with the Knicks, but because Anunoby missed the rim, just 9 on the shot clock.
Knicks unable to get anything in the paint early through their first 3 shot attempts. The Jalen Brunson mid-range was a pretty good look.
Hart against Jaylen Brown, bounce pass for the cutter. Towns drives in and scores off the glass. Derrick White was there, but there was nothing he could do. 5-2 is the Boston lead. Jaylen Brown spins on Josh Hart, leans in, banks it, no good. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. Rebound Towns. Quick outlet. Here's Josh Hart up the middle of the floor. Hart bounce pass to the cutter. Anunoby stripped to the ball by Jayson Tatum. What a great play with the fingertips along the baseline, taking 2 points off the board. Holiday diagonally for Al Horford, deep on the right side, drop back to Tatum. Celtics will run their offense. They did a lot more with Tatum on the left wing in Game 3. Entry Holiday kicks to the corner. Jaylen Brown was open, but so is Derrick White, and his 3 is perfect.
Swinging the basketball nicely early in this basketball game, able to find a shooter wide open.
8-2 is the Boston lead to start Game 4. Jalen Brunson down the right side. Holiday pulls away. Slap under the ball, he missed it. Jalen Brunson gets it deep and scores easily. Dallas gave away Jalen Brunson and still had Luka. They gave away Luka. How would they survive it? They just won a draft lottery to get Cooper Flagg. 8-4 is the early Boston lead. Tatum, right side of the floor against Karl-Anthony Towns. Tatum steps to his right, push pass in the corner. Derrick White again, 3 again.
Well, you're backing away. What does that say about this? Eventually, the Celtics are going to come out and shoot the ball well.
Derrick White, 11 of 33 from distance in the series. Entering is 3 for 3 to start Game 4. And the Celtics have a 7-point lead away from the ball. Josh Hart ran over Jrue Holiday. Offensive foul.
Jrue Holiday is just standing there. Josh Holiday went right into the body den. And anytime you see him out there, that's one thing I've seen over and over again, that he is so physical. Hart.
He was trying to keep Holiday away from Jalen Brunson. They were trying to get that switch, and Josh Hart was too aggressive. Tatum, little drop step, wearing Mikal Bridges, drives, and loses the ball out of bounds. A lot of contact, but they let it go, and the Knicks will get it. It's a turnover for Jayson Tatum. Here's Josh Hart, offensive end. Al Horford in front of him in the corner. Hart picks up his dribble, moves it to Towns. Hart sets the screen. Towns has Horford in front of him. We'll throw it back to Mikal Bridges out of the Knicks logo at center court. Bridges, couple of dribbles with the right hand, moves to the corner. Josh Hart. Tatum overplays him, jumps to the hand, and rips the ball away. 2-on-1. Tatum steps around Brunson and lays it in, and the Celtics defense to offense have built an early 9-point lead.
Tatum, great hands, anticipated so well.
Great defensive start for Jayson Tatum. And Tom Thibodeau again has to call an early timeout. 3 minutes, 22 seconds into game number 4. Boston 13, New York 4 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Lease an all-new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X for only $144 a month for 24 months. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry, these prices disappear after the event ends. From our driveway to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
7,500 miles per year with $49.95 down. Must qualify for owner loyalty. Conquest must finance with Stellantis. Tax, registration, and acquisition fees are additional.
With Clinton Savings Bank Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
We have arrived at the first time out of game number 4, not the way the Knicks wanted, down by 9, 13-4. First time out of the game brought to you by Ramp. Don't take a time out from your day to do your expenses. Do it over 30,000 customers have done. Switch your business to Ramp. Learn more at ramp.com/hub. The most amazing thing, and there were many, about the first 2 games in Boston, was that a game that seemed impossible to understand and impossible to believe happened again in game number 2. It's crazy early, but from a starting standpoint, the start of game number 4 is exactly like game number 3.
Well, I think that the Celtics have come out, their disposition to play on the defensive end. That is the key to me. And Jayson Tatum has come up with a couple of big steals early in this basketball game.
And the Celtics have been brilliant defensively. There's no denying that. But how have the Knicks gone from one of the best offenses in NBA history a year ago to one of the better offenses in the league this year to a mid-level offense during the series against Detroit to the worst offense in the NBA through 4 games, 3 minutes of this series?
Well, maybe just the defense. Defensive pressure the Celtics have put on it. Karl-Anthony Towns trying to get someplace, but they've essentially, Anunoby has kind of been invisible since after the first game.
And he is 0 for 2 now. 13 of 37 in the series. without question, the best player on the floor in Game 1. Mikal Bridges will trigger the inbound. New York with the ball down by 9. Minute number 4 of Game 4. Josh Hart, hand to Brunson, moving right side of the floor against Derrick White. Bounce pass from Bridges, that was dangerous. Holiday almost got it. Bridges cross-court deflected and stolen again by Jayson Tatum, but he can't keep it inbounds. Bridges comes up with a loose ball, attacks, gets to 10 feet. His jumper bounces out. Rebound, Al Horford. Boy, Tatum has been everywhere defensively. Celtics have a chance to take a double-digit lead. Jaylen Brown going to pull up, shoot a 3. It's an air ball. And the rebound eventually belongs to Josh Hart. Derrick White almost got to that one. Diagonal lead from Bridges. Driving on Al Horford. Bridges in pretty deep. Tough angle, though. He's going to give it up for Karl-Anthony Towns. About 18 feet away against Derrick White. Double team comes from Tatum. Towns having some trouble. Gets it away to Josh Hart. Kick out Bridges. Pretty good look. Left side 3. Nope. Rebound Jayson Tatum. And the Knicks are 2 of 8 to begin the game. They're 0 for 3 from distance. Celtics are 3 of 4. Tatum moving to his left. He's going to fire it deep when it comes up short. And the rebound for Josh Hart.
I'd like to find Derrick White again.
Celtics have had a couple of chances to take a 10-point lead, have not been able to do it. Jalen Brunson puts it in the right hand. Tatum waiting for him. Brunson shuttles it back to Bridges, moving left side. Anunoby, Derrick White right on his hand. Anunoby, left-hand dribble, steps back at 19 feet from the baseline and hits. He was severely overdue. 13-6, Boston by 7, minute number 5. Ball in the hands of Jaylen Brown. Josh Hart tags him defensively, now steps back away from him. Into an Al Horford screen that puts Jaylen Brown on Towns. They got Towns in the action here, so Jaylen would jump behind his back, then backpedal behind the three-point line and knock one down.
Get a big fella, get the truck going the wrong way. No air bricks at all.
4 games in the series, 4 double-digit leads for the Celtics. It's 16-6. Jalen Brunson coming downhill, kick out Bridges. He is wide open. Left side 3 is good. First 3 for New York. 16-9. Boston by 7. Jrue Holiday out of the right side against Jalen Brunson. Holiday left-hand dribble. Throws back to Tatum. He's got a good look. It's a left side 3. It's no good. Back iron. The rebound belongs to Towns. Bridges, left-hand dribble. Derrick White takes the baseline away. Bridges steps back in the paint of the dotted line, falling away, hits. Back-to-back buckets for New York for the first time in the game. 5 straight for Mikal Bridges, and the Boston lead is cut in half. 16-11. Celtics on top, 6:17 to go in the opening quarter of Game 4. Horford sets a high screen for Tatum. Brunson comes out, bodies and push pass back to an open Al Horford. 3, though, rims out of the rebound. Brunson knocked away by Jrue Holiday. Jaylen Brown's got it, runs over Brunson, offensive foul.
Brunson sat there and waited. All you do is go straight up with the basketball. Didn't need an easier shot there.
Quick hands for Jrue Holiday, but again, 2 guys came to Jaylen Brown. He tried to go through 2 guys instead of finding the open man. Kristaps Porzingis, here's the booze as he checks in. This is earlier than Porzingis has been coming into games, by the way. He is the first substitution, replacing Al Horford midway through the first. New York with the ball, trying to make it a 1-possession game. Brunson right side 3 is good.
Wow, that was a great challenge.
Timeout, Joe Missoula. Celtics get off to a great start, and the Knicks finally answer with an 8-0 run. And it's a 2-point game. 5:52 to go, opening quarter of Game 4. Boston 16, New York 14 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7, and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
2-point game, 16-14, Boston on top midway through the first. Welcome back to the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Randy and Max here. Celtics playoff basketball presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. While you root for Banner Night Team, visit Amica.com to learn more about building a game plan for you. This time, unlike Saturday, the Knicks answer quickly, score 8 straight. 10-point lead is down to 2, and just have a hunch. We're headed for a close game tonight in New York.
I would like to find Derrick White. Derrick White knocked down threes and has not even been able to shoot the ball again.
Knicks 5-4 of their last 6 after the slow start. Celtics have those first 3 threes from Derrick White, but the rest of the team has gone 1 for 5. No changes. Starting lineup stays out there for New York. Celtics have Porzingis in place of Horford in the middle. Ball in the hands of Jrue Holiday out at half court. Shot clock at 12. Porzingis sets the screen. Holiday moving to his left. Tough force pass into Jaylen Brown. Bodies up. Josh Hart knocks it away. Jaylen Brown has it back. Shot clock down to 4. Jaylen Brown puts it in the left hand. Elevates high. Arcing jumper. Just hoping to hit the rim. He does. But Josh Hart has the rebound. Knicks can tie or better. Hart races past Jrue Holiday. Gets in deep. Throws to the corner. Anunoby waiting. And New York has the lead. 11-0 Knicks run, 17-16. Bad shots or live ball turnovers. Jrue Holiday, stop and start, blows right by Karl-Anthony Towns, then kicks out to the wing. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Tatum. He waits for Josh Hart to sail by, then throws out, finds the hot hand, and Derrick White hits another one. What were you saying?
Find Derrick White.
How about Jayson Tatum? He gave up an open 3. He gave up an elbow jumper to find Derrick White, who is 4 for 4. All threes, 19-17. Boston by 2. Jalen Brunson moves to his right. He's got a good look, but he misses the 3. And the rebound belongs to Jaylen Brown. Brunson 2 for 5. 26 of 68 in the series. Tatum moving to his left behind the Porzingis screen. Bounce pass kicked by Towns. That'll be a reset on the shot clock and a side out of bounds.
And they're about to give a bounce pass to a 7-footer then. Porzingis, you got to get that ball up high where he can come and get it. It was a bounce pass.
Tatum will trigger the side of the bounce. Scott Foster hands on the ball. It comes into Porzingis. Quickly hand back to Tatum. 11 on the shot clock. Celtics start their offense here. Tatum against Towns. Towns daring him to drive. Tatum elevates at 18 feet. Jumper swish.
They want to do ISO, drive him.
Karl-Anthony Towns has struggled defensively. No major surprises there. Wouldn't it be something as Jalen Brunson dribbles at half court? If DiVincenzo, Randall, and Hartenstein all made it to the conference finals. Brunson, shovel pass into the corner. Josh Hart has got it. He steps back behind the line. Tough 3. No good. That's not who you want taking it if you're New York. Tatum deflects the rebound to Holiday. Holiday races into the front court. Brunson on his shoulder. Holiday, no luck for the cutter. Jaylen Brown misses at the rim, pushes it back up and in. They won't count the basket, but he'll get free throws.
Yeah. Come on, you got to dunk that one. You don't go in tiptoeing around. Dunk that basketball. You got hit in the back of the head. But at that point, you got to go in and dunk it, get a three-point play there.
Well, he was fouled after the fact, so it wouldn't have been a three-point play, but he did give up the dunk and now has to make free throws instead.
Well, here's the thing. If you were fouled after the play and got the rebound, why are you shooting? Should be shooting the basketball.
First free throw's good. Peyton Pritchard will check in, and here comes Mitchell Robinson. If you're wondering, the Celtics have not committed a foul. So they are nowhere near the penalty, so the odds of them hacking Mitchell Robinson here are not good. You have to do it when you get under 2 minutes. You have to do it the way Porzingis did it the other day, which is basically in the midst of the play. You're setting a moving screen or something like that. It can't be a true hack. But that has worked. Hasn't been pretty to look at, but it's been effective. Jaylen Brown did not get the two, and he will not as he misses the second free throw. So the Celtics give away a point there. Note that in your scorecard. Boston by 5, 3:42 to go in the first. Jalen Brunson out of the familiar Knicks logo at center court. Gets a high screen from Mitchell Robinson. Moves to his right. Porzingis waiting. Push pass into the corner. Hart tries the three. Got it. That time he was set.
Wow.
And he has shown in this series if he's set, he can hit threes. 5 of 16 now in the series is Hart. 22-20. Boston by 2. Jaylen Brown against Josh Hart. Stop and start. And that time Jaylen Brown hooks him and is called for the offensive foul.
You're in a position where you're trying to overpower a guy like that. You don't have to. Just drive by him.
Second foul on Jaylen Brown.
No, he hooked him he grabbed him in the back of the head. Josh Hart went down solid.
Hart hands back to Brunson. New York with the ball down by 2. Brunson down the left side. Derrick White on his shoulder. Brunson turns, gets to the dotted line, runs it up and in to tie the game. Tough shot. They made it work for that.
So tricky, man.
Celtics score 6 straight out of the timeout. Knicks go on a 5-0 run, and we're tied again, even at 22. Final 2:56 of the first quarter of Game 4. Right where we thought we'd be. Porzingis hasn't looked at the rim yet. Returns to Tatum. Tatum lobs it. Porzingis catches in the paint against Josh Hart. Turns. Hart reaches in. Porzingis forces the shot. It comes up short, but Hart commits the foul. And Porzingis, who's only made 3 shots in the series, will go to the line for his 8th and 9th free throws.
Josh Hart got the ball the first time, but he also got him on the arm the second time. I mean, very simple. He hit him the first time on the wrist, and this time turned around and hit him again.
There's 2 fouls on Josh Hart, 2 on Jaylen Brown. Only one of the fouls has been called in the entire quarter, and that was on Bridges, who's out of the game. Porzingis, first free throw is good. He had that monster game here last month at the end of the regular season. The only competitive game between these two teams this year was the Celtics winning that game in overtime.
Josh Hart is saying what he didn't do, but clearly fouling. He's an integral part of what they do.
Deuce McBride replaces Josh Hart here for the rest of the quarter. Porzingis misses the free throw, as the crowd will tell you. Celtics lead 23-22. Celtics have missed a couple of free throws here in the first quarter, plus they've committed 4 turnovers. Brunson to his right. Porzingis backpedaling. Lob thrown down by Mitchell Robinson. Knicks on top, 24-23. What a bounce back here for New York. 8 of their last 12 from the floor. Bounce past Tatum for Peyton Pritchard. We said a big offensive game is coming. Derrick White again. 3 is no good for the first time, but guess what? He got fouled by Jalen Brunson. So Derrick White has taken 5 3-pointers. He made the first 4, and he gets fouled on the 5th.
This time just hit him on the arm. Went straight up with this basketball and got him on the hand when he went up.
Oh, yeah. Pretty easy call.
Knicks fans want to challenge, but you can see it got him right on the elbow with that jump shot.
Don't waste the challenge on that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and waste it. Go ahead and waste it.
White gets 3 free throws, first of which is good. Derrick White is quietly having a good series. Obviously, defensively, everybody's been good for the Celtics, but Derrick White hasn't shot it great, 40%, but that's better than most players on the Celtics team as he misses the second free throw. That was his first miss in 11 free throw attempts in the series. A series which will take its next dramatic roller coaster turn here over the next couple of hours. And then for 48 hours before Game 5, the loser of this game tonight will be written off. Derrick White gets 2 of 3 at the line. Celtics regain the lead, 25-24. 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson, handoff for OG Anunoby. Derrick White slides his feet defensively. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen. Anunoby attacks the paint, gets all the way there, and somehow missed the layup. Offensive rebound putback for Karl-Anthony Towns, and I still don't know how Anunoby missed that layup, and he's coming up a little bit lame, reaching down to his left hip. 26-25, New York with the lead. Tatum gets the high screen from Horford, moves to his left. Brunson blitzes at him. Tatum attacks Brunson, pulls up, 17 feet, jumper, bounces in. Friendly New York bounce for Jayson Tatum. Celtics regain the lead. Very few lead changes in the series. We've already had 6 in the first 10-plus minutes tonight. Jalen Brunson turns the corner on Pritchard, runs it up and in with the left hand, and there's another lead change. 7th of the first quarter, 28-27. Knicks having one of their best offensive quarters of the series, easily. Tatum, high right-hand dribble, Towns out in front of him. Tatum gonna step back into a 3, and it's good.
Hey, that big stage, man, I'm telling you.
Tatum's up to 9 in the first quarter, 30-28, Boston by 2. Anunoby moving behind the Mitchell Robinson screen into a 3. Nope, back iron, long rebound. Porzingis has got it. Hands to Jayson Tatum. And into the final minute now of quarter number 1. Tatum comes across half court, pulls up for a deep 3, and he knocks it down. Jayson Tatum looks like he's feeling like Jayson Tatum tonight in Game 4.
Jayson Tatum feeling like he's Superman.
12 in the first quarter, Celtics by 5. That was a crazy deep one. Brunson down the right side, pulls up at the elbow and throws it away. Threw it right to Peyton Pritchard. McBride was not where he thought he was going to be. Pritchard pulls up on McBride, and his 3 is good.
That was a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, you let your guard down for a second against the champs, and you are going to be on the canvas. Boston by 8. Differential is 9 seconds between the two clocks. Karl-Anthony Towns over the shoulder pass for Brunson. Here's the entry. Towns against Al Horford. Towns bumps with Horford, goes to the paint, flips it up awkwardly, no good. Rebound Tatum. Towns goes to the ground trying to draw a foul. Not going to get it. Shot clock is off. Final 11 seconds of the first quarter of Game 4. Tatum on the prowl, walks across half court. Pritchard this time sets the screen. That puts Towns in front of Tatum. 4 seconds to go. Tatum going to shoot this one. Steps to his left. It's in the air, and it's another 3. What are they going to say now? The first quarter comes to an end with the Celtics going 9 of 14 from 3. 15 for Jayson Tatum, and the Celtics have a double-digit lead. They score the final 12 points of the first quarter. End of 1. In Game 4, Boston 39, New York 28 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details. Ready to advance your career? Get started this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty. Benefit from incredible affordability. Begin May 19th at UMass Lowell, online or on campus.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
The Pianta Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, Hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Pianta Baking Company.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Well, that was something. A 12-0 close to the first quarter. Both teams throwing heavy shots in the first. Celtics lead 39-28. As we go to the second quarter, Boston has been phenomenal offensively in the first half of these games in the series. Celtics are getting 1.3 points per possession. That's an insane number. The second half has been the problem. What happens if this game gets close is the question, but the Knicks right now are just worried about keeping it close because as soon as they opened it up and things started going well for them offensively, Celtics are just racing down the floor. I know Tatum made shots, and I know it's going to be all the highlights, but 5 rebounds, some steals for Jayson Tatum. He has been very active on both ends of the floor and certainly the best player in the first quarter of Game 4.
Well, you want him to step up on this big stage. That's what I said about Madison Square Garden. As electric as it is, and I talked to Bernard King about this, and I said, what happens when you got guys from the opposition who want to play well here? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. There's some people who've had some huge games when you think about playing here at MSG.
So Brunson out of the game for the first time. Anunoby and Hart are out as well. So you got Cameron Payne out there with McBride, Bridges, and the double bigs, Towns and Robinson. Boston with the ball going left to right, wearing the home whites tonight, leading by 11 as we start the second quarter. Cornette and Pritchard in the game with Holiday, Horford, and Tatum, who comes down the left side, throws to the far corner, deflected out of bounds, away from Horford by Karl-Anthony Towns.
I would rather Tatum just take that ball all the way to the hole. He had an opening.
I'm saying we're a mile away from the court here, but from where I'm sitting, Towns has some tape on a couple of the fingers of his left hand. That's the only indication that there's any issue going on with him. Inbound comes to Pritchard. 4 on the shot clock. Pritchard against Mitchell Robinson. This time he steps to his left, has to take a very tough fall-away 3 at the shot clock buzzer. No good. He got Robinson in that in Game 3, but not here. New York with the ball down by 11. Deuce McBride picked up by Pritchard. Throws back to Bridges. Going to move behind the Town screen. He's got Cornette in front of him. Bridges likes this matchup. Pulls up on Cornette and throws a bounce entry to Towns. Towns against Tatum. Tatum pulls away. Ball floated up, blocked out of bounds by Horford. Knicks wanted goaltending, and the back official is going to call it.
Ooh. Not sure about that one. Let's see. Ooh. That was close. Good job by Al, though.
But it's 2 points for New York. 39-30 on the goaltend. Jayson Tatum trying to switch to the right hand and hit the leg. Karl-Anthony Towns kicks another one, so this will be a reset on the side of the bounds. Trying to see from here. It was Mitchell Irvin who made that call. Scott Foster was looking right at it. Onto the basket. 39-30, Boston by 9 and the ball. The Knicks have one of their best offensive quarters of the series and still found themselves down by 11. Payton Pritchard, deep straight away against McBride, now picked up by Payne. Bounce entry, Tatum against Bridges. Bridges punches the ball away from Tatum, and Cameron Payne will pounce out. Tatum has not left the floor yet. Payne pull up 3 in transition, way off, and flying in for the offensive rebound. Towns, he steps back behind the line, trying to tough 3, no good. Tatum deflects the rebound, but Mitchell Robinson comes out of the pack with it. Kick out, McBride for 3. Celtics can't secure a defensive rebound as New York has gone double big here. And 5 quick points for the Knicks, and the Boston lead is 6, 39-33. 10:25 to go in the first half of Game 4. Payton Pritchard over to his left. Bridges in front of him, bounce pass for Tatum straight away. When is Tatum going to come out of this game? Tatum against McBride. Tatum throws the shoulder into him, creates an 18-foot fall away. It is no good. The rebound for Towns, his 5th. Towns going to bring it up. Towns dribbles around Horford, tried to float it for Mitchell Robinson, threw it over his head, but Robinson comes up with a loose ball, saves the possession. Then Tatum reaches in and commits the foul.
Tatum made sure that when Robinson got that ball, he's still going to foul him. It's almost automatic in their head.
Which is funny because Robinson wasn't even looking at the rim. He was looking to pass. And Tatum just sort of gave him a foul.
Boy, that was such a bad pass then. And just ricocheted off. You got to get those rebounds. Tatum out of the game now. What's Brown going to do?
Ball in the hands of Deuce McBride. Tries the baseline. Pritchard shuts that off. Shot clock at 7. McBride turns the corner, has Horford in front of him. McBride, right-hand dribble, a little shovel pass for Payne. He aims that lefty three. It's no good. Weak side offensive rebound. Easy putback for Karl-Anthony Towns. Now the Knicks getting offensive rebounds as the Celtics have gone smaller. So Horford's out there with Cornette. 39-35. Boston lead down to 4. Jaylen Brown driving on Bridges. Gets jostled in the paint. Runs it off the glass. No good. Jaylen will go back to the line.
So what Jaylen did then, didn't hesitate. Just kept going straight towards the basket. When you start messing around with the ball with the Knicks, quick hands, and what they do, they're very aggressive of getting in the paint. Brown made that happen.
We promised you a roller coaster ride tonight, and it has been that. A 16-6 Celtics start, then New York gets 11 in a row. Then the Celtics go on a mini run. We're at 28-27. Celtics close the first quarter 12-0, and now 7 straight for the Knicks to begin the second quarter until the Jaylen Brown free throw here puts Boston up by 5 with another one coming.
Boy, what the Knicks are going to depend on here is hitting that offensive glass. If they miss, those two bigs want to keep that basketball alive.
Knicks have gotten 8 more shots, so the Celtics have gotten 9 more free throws in the first half of Game 4. Jaylen Brown gets both. 41-35, Boston by 6. 9:31 to go in the first half of Game 4. Brunson and Tatum both out of the game right now. Deuce McBride, push pass for Bridges, deep on the left wing against Jaylen Brown. Towns wants it against Al Horford. That's where the ball goes. Towns, 1 dribble, 2, now 3 with the right hand. Towns turns to his left, goes off the glass, scoring the foul. Nope, offensive foul. Al with his left hand up to his jaw after Towns initiated the contact.
Somebody sends, Al is saying something to some fan over there.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Towns whipped around with the right elbow.
Yeah.
And really hit him. I'm surprised. That almost is worth looking at.
Ooh.
Knicks are probably fortunate they didn't look at that for a flagrant. Jrue Holiday, offensive, gets a hard scrape from Al Horford. Holiday coming downhill, ball punched away. He's got it back, whips it back in the wing to Horford. Now Jaylen Brown gets a Cornette screen. Jaylen trying to turn the corner, he can't do it. Shot clock down to 5, returns to Horford. He's open, straight away 3. Got it! That's how you answer. You wouldn't like him when he's mad.
Don't make Al mad.
44-35, Boston by 9. Celtics are 10 of 16 from distance. This looks like the regular season. Bridges, right-hand dribble to the free throw line. Steps back in the dotted line. Tougher shot comes up short. Rebound Horford. Quick outlet Pritchard. Knicks back defensively. Pritchard spins away from McBride. He's in deep. Scoops and scores off the window. Peyton Pritchard doing Peyton Pritchard things. And now the Celtics have answered with 7 in a row, and they lead again by 11. 46-35. Largest lead for the Celtics. With Brunson out of the game. Falling away, McBride jumper. Bounces around the back iron. No good. Rebound. Towns falling out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. That's got to be Boston ball, and it is.
Well, Towns is saying he got pushed. Looked like he had, but again, they are ganging, going towards that glass. Those two bigs are just creating problems.
Both teams could complain about a couple of things, but they're consistently letting a lot of stuff go. Bad entry. Holiday towards Cornette, but Cornette was off balance. That's not a good foul by Mitchell Robinson. Second team foul on New York, first on Mitchell Robinson. Porzingis is going to come back in there with the Celtics starting to get pushed around the glass a little bit.
This is my kind of basketball, though, boy, the way they're playing.
I was going to say this is worth the price of admission, but you and I didn't pay 10 grand to get in here tonight. Peyton Pritchard takes the handoff back from Al Horford, deep on the right side. We are 4 minutes into the second quarter right now if you're syncing up with ABC. Down at ESPN, Pritchard fumbles his dribble, has it back in the baseline, steps back into the corner, 4 on a shot clock. Pritchard drive against Towns, force it up, no good, offensive rebound. Porzingis throws it down. Pritchard was outmanned, obviously, by Karl-Anthony Towns, but once he occupied Towns, that allowed Porzingis to sneak in behind Mitchell Robinson and throw it down.
Running towards that rim then. A running stop with a big 7-footer.
This is the largest lead now for Boston, up by 13, 48-35, 7:42 to go in the first half. Cameron Payne with Jrue Holiday drawing that assignment. Payne steps behind the screen of Robinson, misses the 3, and a rebound for Jaylen Brown. 3-point shooting is the story here. New York 5 of 15, Boston 10 of 16. Jaylen Brown throws a deep entry that sails over the head of Jrue Holiday out of bounds, and Jaylen turns it over.
Those are those situations you talked about, live ball, turnovers. You don't need to go there then.
This will not be However, this will not be a live ball turnover because it went out of bounds. Tom Thibodeau's going to use the opportunity to grab a timeout. 7:31, maybe get Brunson back in here early. 7:31 to go, first half of Game 4. Boston 48, New York 35 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to One Mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Go busy or call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Tune into the next Celtics broadcast to find out which player really took care of business in the first half, sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
110 Grill in Hanover is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Hanover today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
First quarter of Game 4 was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers, who are in to get employee pricing of the full line of the vehicles Ford from America for America. The first half has been brought to you by the Celtics three-point shooting. If we've said this once, we've said it 1,000 times. To beat the Celtics, you have to hold them around 32% or under from three to have a chance to beat them. If the Celtics were shooting that number right now, this would be a close game. Instead, Celtics are 10 of 16 from three, and they lead by 13, 48-35 Boston, with 7:31 to go in the first half.
Well, that played in Brown. It was a good thought, but just wait until Jrue Holiday gets himself set against a guy like Payne. You can overpower him. Jrue has physically can take him towards the hole.
The margin numbers have been dead even here. Rebounding, New York is a +1. Both teams have turned the ball over 6 times in the game. Celtics have gotten to the line more. Knicks have gotten more shots from the field because of the offensive rebounds. But again, you just come back to the three-point shooting. That's the difference. Why do the Celtics shoot this many? And by the way, the Celtics, who shot 60 in Game 1, 40 in Game 2, 40 in Game 3, they're on pace to get into the 50s, which is more of their normal number, and that is how they blew the Knicks out and how they swept the regular season series.
Well, controlling the initial point of attack. Make sure you keep a body on Brunson.
Brunson returns. Knicks just -2 in his absence after falling behind by 11 in the 12 minutes he played. Tatum played into the second quarter. He is on the bench now. Mikal Bridges down the left side. Porzingis backpedaling. Bridges pull up, muscles it up and in. Porzingis gave him too much room. Bridges with some first half offense tonight. He's got 7. He's been big in the second half of these games. Jrue Holiday steps behind the Porzingis screen. He's open 3 though. It's way short. And Towns grabs another rebound. It's 8 rebounds already for Karl-Anthony Towns. New York with the ball down by 11. Hard screen. Robinson knocks Holiday to the floor. That allows Bridges to get to 8 feet. Misses the first shot, but not the second. Celtics getting killed on the offensive glass here by New York. 48-39. Boston by 9. 6:42 to go first half. Jaylen Brown moving to his right. Towns in front of him. When do you bring Tatum back? Jaylen Brown lines up Towns, switches to the left hand, drives around him, but misses the layup. Forced it. Knicks had the rebound. Here's Bridges exposing the ball, but he catches up to it and is able to throw back to Brunson. Whips to the open man. It's McBride for 3. Immediate timeout taken by Joe Missoula.
It's not good shots.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So they're all 7, 8, 9-point runs. The latest is a 7-0 run for New York, and we got a 6-point game. 6:21 to go in the first half of Game 4. Boston 48, New York 42 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Celtics basketball is brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of, whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com to learn more.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beep-bop, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
6 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. Second chance points, 11-2 in favor of New York. And the Knicks hanging right close, down by 6, 48-42 with 6:21 to go in the first half. But where would you rather be, the Madison Square Garden, or as Tina Fey up on the Jumbotron would say, I want to go to there. We are here tonight at the center of the sports world, and it's only a quarter and a half. We don't know which way this game is going to turn, but you can't ask for a more compelling start with both teams throwing big shots here and monster swings. 8-0 one way, 7-0 the other way.
See the ball, the push, the movement of the basketball by the Celtics has been good early on. But just continue to believe in the process of not trying to go one-on-one, and the Knicks are essentially giving you anything you want. But you got to clean that glass up. Too many offensive rebounds. Now I look at the numbers, you go, okay, how are you going to do this? Jaylen Brown has 3. I want Jaylen Brown to get like 10 rebounds today. I think that would be so good for the Celtics defensively.
Knicks finally got a good offensive half going, but still trail. 3-point shooting is the difference. Knicks starting to win the margins here with these rebounds. Tatum is back in the game. So is Derrick White. Midway through the second quarter, Boston by 6. Derrick White straight away moving to his left. Jalen Brunson in front of him. Porzingis sets the screen. Derrick White moving to his right. Robinson is there. Goes left side. Jaylen Brown, pretty good look. 3 is in the air. No good. Short. And the rebound for Mikal Bridges. And it has not been a great start here for Jaylen Brown. 48-42. Knicks trying to cut it to the 6-point deficit. They go to Towns. Tatum can't get to the basketball. Towns spins around him. Scores off the glass. 9 straight for New York. They've cut it to 4. 48-44. Holiday, long lead. The hot hand is Derrick White, but he's going to give it up to Tatum. He is open for a left side 3, and it's good. All net. The net is barely moving when Tatum is shooting tonight.
You can see the ball all the way to on the outside. Those 2 guys were open when Karl-Anthony Towns went down.
It's a matter of time. He's making 3s again, but a matter of time before he started making his 2s. He was only shooting 36% on 2s in the series, but he's 3 for 4 tonight. Brunson for Mitchell Robinson, hand back to Karl-Anthony Towns. Boston by 7. They made 11 threes. Towns drives baseline, runs over Derrick White. Offensive foul. Towns is saying that Derrick White was inside the circle, but if he is, the Knicks will challenge. And it doesn't look like they're going to.
He's waiting. Went right into the body.
So Mitchell Robinson comes out. 7th New York turnover, 3rd turnover for Karl-Anthony Towns. Brown, Tatum, and Towns have 3 turnovers in the first half. Boston by 7 on the ball, 5:08 to go until the break. Entry, Porzingis bobbles it, has it back, throws to the corner. Derrick White catches, jumps back into a 3. It's no good. Porzingis offensive rebound. Throws back to Derrick White, going to put it to the floor. Turn the corner, beat Towns, run it up. Won't bounce in, but he will get free throws.
Picked up another foul on Towns.
Yeah, he did. 3rd foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Boy, if that shot goes in, and it's a 3rd foul on Towns, that is disaster for New York. With still 4:58 to go in the first half. Now, Mitchell Robinson just came out. Tibbs did not want him in the game now, late in the half, but now he has to play because Towns has to come out with the 3 fouls.
Now, if you're the Celtics, what are you going to do?
Well, you only have 1 team foul. But, as Derrick White misses another free throw. Celtics have missed 4 free throws now in the first half. On the one hand, the hack isn't that attractive because you only have 1 team foul and you have to give away a bunch to get there. On the other hand, the Knicks have been more efficient offensively in the first half tonight than they have been in the series, so therefore you have a better percentage chance with Mitchell Robinson shooting free throws and the Knicks running their regular offense. Then again, Towns is a big part of that, and he's now out of the game. Oh, Derrick White almost missed the second one. It bounces in. Celtics lead by 8, 52-44. 4:53 to go in the first half. Brunson dribbles away from Derrick White. Pump fake in the paint. Jaylen Brown shuts that off. Out it comes to Bridges. Bridges left-hand dribble. He attacks, gets in pretty deep, falls away on Porzingis. No good. Back iron rebound. Jaylen Brown's got it. That was Tatum who punched it to him. Jrue Holiday, offensive end, looking for an opening. Drops back to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen kick out Porzingis. He is open. Right side 3 is no good, and the rebound belongs to Josh Hart. Away from the ball there, the reaction was to Porzingis running over Brunson. Fans wanted to foul there and didn't get it. They let him play on. Josh Hart shovels into the corner. Anunoby's 3. He likes it. It's good. You just tell by the way that came off his fingertips that Anunoby liked it. He missed his first 2 shots tonight, but he is 3 of 5 now since, including a couple of 3s. Boston by 5, 52-47. 4:07 to go until halftime. Jrue Holiday down the left side against Mitchell Robinson. Spins, throws back out to Tatum. Tatum on the move. Over the shoulder, shovel pass. Gives Holiday an open 3. Doesn't want it. He'll move it to the corner where Jaylen Brown's 3 is perfect. Extra pass, paying off.
Boy, they are finding the open man.
And here's the difference, Max. The Celtics have these same shots in Boston. They just missed them. In New York, they've been making them, and they're 12 of 22 from distance. 55-47. The Knicks have been much better offensively, but they still trail by 8. Brunson against Porzingis, falling way to his right. It's a 3 if it goes. It doesn't. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Another offensive rebound. Open 3 for Bridges. No good. Celtics dodge one. Jaylen Brown has the rebound. Celtics going to have to clean up the glass here. Jaylen Brown driving on Mitchell Robinson. Gets in deep. Runs it off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Tapped home by Porzingis, but that won't count. It was Jaylen Brown who again was fouled and again will get free throw.
That time with the speed dribble. Didn't mess around. All of a sudden you saw Robinson coming up on him, and Robinson just hits him with the body slightly, but again attacking and not slowing up.
What you have to love about the Boston offense here, it's been so efficient in the first half because they are both knocking down 3s and they are getting free throws. The Celtics have taken 22 of their 32 shots from 3, and yet they're going to get 13 free throws here. Of course, they got to make them as Jaylen misses another one. Boston now just 7 of 12 from the line. The Knicks, and this is going to be a big talking point, I promise you, free throws are 13-0 here. But the Knicks have not really been attacking the glass. They've been taking jump shots.
It's been a jump shooting team.
Jaylen bounces the second one in. Even the ones the Celtics have made have been a little dicey. 56-47. Boston by 9. 3:18 to go in the first half of Game 4. It smelled like a close game all day. Brunson, no look, in the corner. Josh Hart wide open, but his 3 is no good. The rebound is going to come on the weak side to Mitchell Robinson. He gets fouled. Fans sarcastically. That, by the way, you were asking the other day, that is a Bronx cheer.
Did he?
Yeah, Porzingis just got the... Porzingis was moving Mitchell Robinson backwards like a tackling dummy.
He never turned and identified where the body was.
Just 2 team fouls here, so we're not in a hack situation. Josh Hart And Anunoby. Jaylen Brown trying to fight through the Josh Hart screen. Josh Hart goes down, but Anunoby's free. Open three is no good. Offensive rebound. Robinson, instead of a layup, he throws it all the way back out. They swing it around the horn. Josh Hart spins in the paint. Tough shot. Blocked from behind. Out of bounds by Jayson Tatum. Knicks will keep it with 6 to shoot. Celtics are arguing for possession, but Max, here's what's going on. Mitchell Robinson is so paranoid about getting fouled, he is getting rid of the ball as soon as he touches it. That was a layup opportunity. He gave up.
He had it, but he said just sometimes you're just scared.
Anunoby gets it in safe for the Josh Hart. Shot clock is at 4. Josh Hart, handoff Bridges, fall away left side 3, short. Rebound belongs to Jaylen Brown. Celtics have numbers. Jaylen Brown, bad pass. Tatum's got it though. He and Brunson collide. Jaylen Brown picks up the ball. This is going to be a loose ball foul on Tatum. And all of that is on Jaylen Brown for the bad pass.
Yeah, but did you see that? It looked like he just threw his body right into Tatum. He's going to get the basketball. Whew. I'm talking about being physical. Tatum actually gave up on that play because it was such a bad pass.
It was a bad pass.
And then he saw he could get it, and then Brunson came over in with the body.
So the Celtics 5 missed free throws and 7 turnovers here. And the defense has not been as tight, nor has the rebounding, but they're still up by 9. Now we got another call going here. Which way? It's against the Celtics. Now, it's on Holiday. First on Holiday, but now you have 14 fouls. Now the Celtics can hack Robinson, and immediately Karl-Anthony Towns is going to the scorer's table here. Nope. They're going to get, I imagine they're going to bring a Jrue in to come get Mitchell Robinson for these 30 seconds. Because you want Robinson out of the game so the Celtics can't hack. That's exactly what's happening. So Towns on the bench with 3. Robinson comes out so the Celtics can't hack him.
Well, you're about to really roll the dice if you're bringing Karl-Anthony Towns in.
Brunson gets it in safe into Achua. Hand back to Jalen Brunson. New York with the ball down by 9. Brunson, left-hand dribble, push pass into the left corner. Hart up fakes, then kick out Anunoby. He's been hot. Pump fake, gets Jaylen Brown up in the air, drives, handoff underneath. Achua puts up an awkward shot, no good. Rebound Tatum, and that's where all the hacking paid off. Achua shouldn't be in this game to take that shot. Tatum, offensive end against Achua, deep on the left side, puts it in the left hand, spins on Achua, falls away in the baseline. Very tough shot, bounces out, offensive rebound. Porzingis gets inside out on Anunoby, deflects it up and in. Celtics by 11. Porzingis, a couple of big offensive rebound buckets here in the first half. Celtics lead 58-47. Brunson down the middle of the floor, runs it up in the left hand, no good. Great defense by Jrue Holiday, and he's got the rebound. Jrue Holiday racing into the front court, gets knocked down from behind, they don't call it. Derrick White trying to handle loose ball, he does. He attacks and gets fouled while dishing to the corner, but New York is over the limit, so Derrick White will get free throws. And if you don't think we are deep into a X's and O's battle in a playoff series right now, we are in the trenches of it.
Well, look at the fouls. I mean, the Knicks are throwing their body all over the place here. That was clearly a hack on the arm then.
However, I promise you at halftime what you're going to hear is the free throw attempts, which are about to be 15-zip.
Well, if you're the Knicks and you're not attacking the rim, what do you expect? You're shooting jump shots. You could have got fouled. Robinson going up around the basket, but you didn't go.
Derrick White gets the first free throw, and after all of this craziness, the Celtics could end up with their largest lead here off this Derrick White free throw. We have had violent swings in this game. Celtics led by 10 early. Knicks scored 11 straight. Then we had a 3 or 4 minute span, but the lead went back and forth. Celtics closed the first quarter 12-0. Knicks got the first 7 of the second quarter. It's been back and forth the whole half.
Let me tell you why Luke's coming in the game. If there's a pick and roll situation with Robinson, you're going to foul him here. You're going to foul Robinson.
Porzingis already has a foul. Cornette does not have one. I mean, you can't hack here, but obviously if you foul him in the course of the play, you foul him in the course of the play. Derrick White has already missed. He's missed more free throws than he has threes in the first half. 4 or 5 from 3, 4 or 6 from the line. 16 points. Takes a long look at the second one. It's good. And the Celtics have scored 8 straight. They have their largest lead again, up by 13. This is where we've been throughout the half. Boston up between 4 and 13. This is the maximum here, 60-47 with a minute 34 to go in the half.
Robinson is taking himself out to play.
Jalen Brunson against Tatum. No shot available. Kick out Bridges. Bridges against Derrick White. Celtics defending well here. Bridges going to have to make something happen. Drive baseline, shovel pass. Brunson gets the contact, misses the bank shot, but the Knicks draw a foul and get their first free throws with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's big.
Wow. There's no place to go then. Jrue Holiday, just keep your hands up.
Brunson's gotten Holiday a couple of times. Obviously, the signature one was at the end of game 2. But again, Joe Missoula will tell you, he will always take his guys being more aggressive than not. Rather have the mistakes made that way.
Porzingis about to come back in this game, especially for shooting. He's going to get one of these threes. He's looked here in a minute. And that was one of those times we said Mitchell Robinson was smart. The Knicks was smart. What they did, hid him in the corner. He never came out of that corner. He never came out of that corner. He did not want to smell, touch, taste the basketball at that particular time.
Brunson got the first free throw. You know what the narrative will be. I promise you, if for some reason you can't watch the halftime shows, this is what they're going to say. All the Knicks have to do is stay close, and then Jalen Brunson will carry them home in the fourth quarter. Okay. Brunson gets the free throw. 60-49, Boston by 11. Clock rolling, 1:17, 1:16, 1:15 to go in the first half. It's in the hands of Jayson Tatum. He's got 18, Derrick White 17 in the first half. Porzingis comes out, sets the high screen on Anunoby. Tatum goes quick, drives, attacks the paint, scoops it wildly. That got goaltended by Mitchell Robinson. He was a split second late to get there. Give Tatum the 2, and the Celtics lead by 13.
Making that change again.
Yep. Cornette coming back in.
Or they can't.
They couldn't get it done in time.
It wasn't a dead ball.
Not a dead ball. Well, if you are an X's and O's freak, you are loving this second. Brunson walks the dog, now picks it up. Clock starts rolling with 1:03 to go in the first half. Celtics lead by 13, 62-49, a 20-point first half for Jayson Tatum. Mikal Bridges. Moving to his right, Horford waiting for him. He's going to drive baseline. Bridges step back in the paint, floats a dangerous pass caught by Josh Hart. Hart shut off by Horford at 12 feet. Bounce pass, Bridges catches it on the run. Bounce pass underneath. Robinson stripped to the ball, clean by Porzingis. He wasn't ready for that. Mitchell Robinson is out of his head right now. Celtics have him thinking too much. Tatum deep on the left side. Ball punched away by Hart. Tatum has it back. Celtics chance to take the largest lead. How about a crazy deep three as an air ball? Jayson Tatum forced that because of the 2-for-1. Instead of just saying, let's get one good shot, he took a crazy three. And we talk about live ball turnovers. At least he threw the thing so far out of bounds that the Celtics can set their defense in. Differential on the 2 clocks is about 8.5 seconds. 21 seconds to go in the first half. New York with the ball down by 13. 11 points, 5 assists in the first half for Jalen Brunson. Gets the Hart screen. Now he's got Horford. That's who he wanted. Brunson falls down, but they're calling the foul on Horford. And now instead of Mitchell Robinson shooting free throws, Brunson will shoot free throws.
Wow. I mean, those are fouls like that I don't particularly like. What he did, he stepped on Al's foot. He stepped on Al's foot. He did. That's not. Never mind. Don't let me get upset. What are you making these
I can always tell when your friends and frenemies texting you has turned your emotion level up. Jalen Brunson gets the first free throw.
My emotion level is already up for this game. Just thinking about in a game and playing like this, I've done it before, of just the excitement that comes along with it and the emotion.
Jalen Brunson, 3 of 3. These are all 4 New York free throws that come from Brunson here at the end of the half. He's made all 4. That's an advantage New York. Celtics 10 of 15 from the line. New York 4 of 4. Final 9 seconds, first half. Celtics by 11. Derrick White started the game off, set the tone early. Hands to Jaylen Brown. Jalen step back on Josh Hart. Hart jumps into him. The 3 is no good at the buzzer. Jaylen Brown wanted a foul, didn't get it. They're saying Josh Hart avoided the contact, and that will do it for the first half. Celtics start strong again. The Knicks, though, answer repeatedly throughout the course of the half, and the Boston lead will be 11 at the break. Coming up, Joe Murray will, unfortunately, turn your radio down before he tells you about Tanner Hatt's start in Detroit tonight. The unbelievable jump of the Dallas Mavericks to win the Cooper Flag Draft Lottery. He'll tell you all about it. And it's back here at Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks trying to put the Celtics in a 3-1 hole. They've got some work to do, down by 11 at the half. Boston 62, New York 51, halftime of Game 4 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made, just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
When you compete with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior like beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Earn your bachelor's degree online, quickly and affordably with UMass Lowell. Visit uml.edu/online.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know 1 in 10 people in Massachusetts have unclaimed property? FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasurer's Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you're on the list. Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. And Cambridge Savings Bank. Put Cambridge Savings Bank into your small business starting lineup today. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
48-44, Holiday, long lane. The hot hand is Derrick White, but he's going to give it up to Tatum. He is open for a left side three, and it's good. All net. The net is barely moving when Tatum is shooting tonight.
To see the ball all the way on the offside. Those two guys were open when Karl-Anthony Towns went down.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray, and well, that was the player taking care of business in the first half, and it's Jayson Tatum, presented by Cambridge Savings Bank, taking care of business. Stars with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Well, how about the Celtics scoring 62 first half points? 39 in the first, 23 in the second. They held New York to 28 and 23, both in the first half. A couple of things off the top. We mentioned Jayson Tatum. 20 minutes, 8 for 13. He's 4 of 7 from downtown. Not only does he have 20 points, he's got 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Literally doing everything for the Celtics here. In the first half, he's been absolutely outstanding. Just to give you some other team numbers, Celtics are shooting 12 of 24 from 3. They've also gone to the free throw line 15 times. New York has only been there 4. Celtics have only made 10 of those 15. Now, who got the Celtics going in this one? It was Derrick White in his 18 minutes. He started 4 for 5 from downtown. He's been to the free throw line 7 times. He's hit 5 of them. He's got an assist in this one. He's a first half plus 11. 17 points, including this basket.
Jrue Holiday, stop and start, blows right by Karl-Anthony Towns, then kicks out to the wing. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Tatum. He waits for Josh Hart to sail by, then throws out, finds the hot hand, and Derrick White hits another one. What were you saying?
Find Derrick White.
Yeah, Max is all over that. Find Derrick White. He's been finding the matchups. 17 first half points. Jaylen Brown has had his struggles. He's played 19 minutes. He's 3 for 5 from the field. He has hit 2 threes. He's missed 2 free throws. But he's rebounding the basketball. He has 6. He has 2 assists. The turnovers are where they hurt. He's got 4 first half turnovers in this one. Between him and Tatum, there's 7 first half turnovers. They account for all of the Celtics' first half turnovers in this one. But Jaylen Brown might be getting hot here after this basket.
Tatum on the move, over the shoulder, shovel pass, gives Holiday an open 3, doesn't want it, he'll move it to the corner where Jaylen Brown's 3 is perfect. Extra pass, paying off.
Boy, they are finding the open man.
They're making the extra pass, no doubt about it. One of the guys who made an extra pass in the first half was Jrue Holiday. No points, but he's played 20 minutes. He's been everywhere. Does have 2 fouls. Al Horford hit a 3. He's got 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Story is, though, the Celtics bench so far in this one, they've at least outscored New York 10-8. 5 points by Kristaps Porzingis in his 14 minutes and 4 rebounds, and Peyton Pritchard 2 for 4 from the field in this one, which makes it 62-51. Celtics looking to even the series. We will get your sports up headlines, tell you what else happened in the NBA lottery, and what's going on with the Boston Red Sox. It's not good. But you know what is good? The Celtics leading 62-51 at halftime. I'm Joe Murray. We'll get your Sports Hub headlines next here on the BetMGM. Oh, real quick, why don't we do some Live Nation? I forgot to mention this. Live Nation, the music of the game.
98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Are interest rates keeping you from getting a new home or refinancing your existing home? At Clinton Savings Bank, we offer a wide range of mortgage programs, including our 5-1 adjustable rate product with a rate as low as 6.125%. This low rate is fixed for the next 5 years. Call John Ryan or Steve Turbide today and let them walk you through the mortgage process. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, small business owners, listen up. There's a team rooting for your success at Cambridge Savings Bank. They're ready to listen, understand, and support your vision every step of the way. Visit CambridgeSavings.com, member FDIC.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, scoreboard from around the league, presented by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Well, the NBA draft lottery has happened, and the Dallas Mavericks will get the number 1 pick in the draft. Utah will get the 5th pick, Charlotte 4th, 76ers 3rd, and San Antonio the 2nd. Later on tonight, Warriors trail 2-1. They host Minnesota at home. And the Red Sox, well, it's not a great night. 14-1 they trail, top of the 8th inning. Tanner Houck, a brutal performance, 2 1/3, 11 earned, 3 walks. Not good. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 50% of an extra after oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second half's next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge.
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
What a play by Bird.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
8 seconds left. We will be talking to you from the dressing room when this is over. Fritz Williams lays it in. All right, now Garrett steals the ball. 1 second. And he misses, and that's it. It's history. The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1974. The final score here at Milwaukee. Boston 102, Milwaukee 87.
A game that sort of forecasts history as far as home court not mattering. Milwaukee winning Game 6 of the NBA Finals in overtime at Boston Garden. Then they had the 7th game on their home floor at the Mecca with Kareem in 1974. And Tommy Heinsohn devised the defense that Dave Cowens played against Kareem in that game. They made somebody else beat him. They could not. And 51 years ago tonight, after the Celtics had beaten the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals 51 years ago, the last time the Celtics and Knicks met in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics would win the championship in 1974, their first title in 5 years. In fact, the road team won the last 4 games of that series. And who knows, we could have a series here in which the road team wins the first 4 games. Famous Boston-New York series like the 86 World Series. That's what happened. The road team won the first 4. It is the Celtics leading by 11. But right now, I don't want to say, it doesn't really feel like Game 1 or Game 2, but it doesn't feel like Game 3 either, as the Knicks have shown signs of life offensively. They have won a couple of the margins, including the offensive rebounding battle. The Knicks feel like every night, as long as they stay close, they're going to win the game at the end. The Celtics had a chance to take a bigger lead. They missed some free throws, committed some turnovers, didn't get defensive rebounds. 11 points. You'd rather be up 11 than down 11, but the Celtics know what is potentially waiting for them on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, the thing they have to do is just get out and continue to play your game. Be focused, be disciplined, and stay with your principles. Rebounding the basketball is always the key, I think, on the defensive end, because the Knicks are sending multiple guys towards the rim.
The Knicks have led for less than 14 minutes in this series. Less than 7% of the series the Knicks have been in front. Boston with the ball going right to left. We're in the home white here in New York, leading by 11. Jaylen Brown had an up and down first half. Moves to Derrick White, who got this game started by knocking down threes, but he misses here. Offensive rebound, Jrue Holiday. They swing it around to Jaylen Brown. He blows right by Josh Hart, gets to the cup, and lays it in on the right side. Celtics by 13.
Well, second chance opportunities. What makes you laugh sometimes makes you doggone cry.
64-51. Boston by 13. 30 seconds into the third quarter as they just make their way back to their seats here in New York. Jalen Brunson straight away. Got a second game of that doubleheader with Minnesota and Golden State later. Jalen Brunson moves to the right side. Towns going to drive. Horford takes the paint away, so the kick out to Hart. Hand to Bridges. Bridges stutter steps his way to the low block. Steps through Tatum. Scoops it up and in.
Yeah, well, just as the shot clock was about to go off.
The Celtics ran him off the three-point line, but they didn't have anybody protecting the paint. Tatum for Jaylen Brown left side. Boston by 11. A minute into the second half. Jaylen Brown against Karl-Anthony Towns. Tatum setting a screen here. A little two-man game for them. Jaylen gets in deep, floats it up, blocked easily by Bridges. And here comes Brunson. Jaylen forced that one. Now Jalen Brunson against Tatum. Right-hand dribble into the paint. Tatum stays with him the entire way. Forces Brunson to the outside. Brunson to the corner to Josh Hart. They want to go into Towns against Derrick White, the smaller man. Towns turns on him, falls down, scoring the foul. Nope. Wait a second. What does Scott Foster call? Looks like scoring the foul, but Scott Foster made an unusual hand signal.
Karl-Anthony Towns just split two defenders.
Now, I'm wondering if they called that on Holiday. That's what the confusion was. Yeah, it's on Jrue Holiday, and that's big because that's a third foul on Holiday and not the first on Derrick White. That's what the hesitation was from Scott Foster. So every time 13 has been the unlucky number. As soon as the Celtics get the lead to 13, the Knicks have been chipping away at it. They score 5 straight here. And the Boston lead is 8, 64-56. Jayson Tatum deep on the left side against Anunoby. Boy, this has just smelled like a close game all day. It looks like that's where we're headed. Tatum moving to his right, bounce pass to the cutter. Holiday scores with the left hand, his first points of game 4. Great pass from Jayson Tatum.
Love one-handed pass through the middle.
20.6 rebounds, 3 assists for Tatum. Jrue Holiday is on the board. Boston by 10. 66-56. Jalen Brunson deep on the left side against Jaylen Brown into the corner. Anunoby against Derrick White. Drives baseline, goes cross-court. Al Horford got his big right hand out and slapped it away out of bounds. That sort of moved the force of the pass, moved his arm backwards, and he's sort of stretching out his elbow to make sure he's okay.
Josh Hart was out there for a three-pointer.
Brunson under out of bounds. Lobs it. Caught by Towns. Two-hand slam. He got in behind Jrue Holiday. Brunson was patient. Towns started to put up some numbers tonight. He knew that was coming. 15 points, 8 rebounds. Boston with the ball leading by 8. We're early in the third quarter of game 4. Tatum deep on the left side against Anunoby. Horford sets the screen. Tatum moving to his right. Brunson a little tag on him, but he frees him on the right side for a 3. Jalen Brunson just token defense. Nobody got out on Tatum, and he knocks down his 5th 3 of game 4.
That play continues to be wide open.
Boston by 11. Derrick White bodies Jalen Brunson, who runs it up with that left hand. No good. Rebound Horford. Quick outlet Derrick White. Celtics trying to run 3-on-3. Derrick White, offensive end. Hart reaches in, punches the ball away. Comes away with it, falls down, gets to the Towns. Clean steal. But Tatum runs the passing lane, steps in front of Anunoby and picks it off the other way. Moves it to the left corner for a Derrick White 3.
Ooh, that's a killer, man. That's absolutely a killer. You make a steal like that in the open court. Tatum is doing it all right now.
He has been brilliant on both ends of the floor, and how many Tatum defensive plays have turned into offensive points for the Celtics here in Game 4. Timeout, Tom Thibodeau. 9:05 to go in the third quarter of Game 4. Boston 72, New York 58 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Drive home a 2024 Ram 2500 regular cab for just $46,795. That's a massive $10,000 in savings. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry in. These prices disappear after the event ends. From our driver to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
The Piantadosi Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, Hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadosi Baking Company.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
I'm laughing as ESPN now has the Celtics win probability at over 90% for this game. And Celtic fans everywhere are laughing at that, saying, really? Really? Have you watched this series? Celtics do have their largest lead right now, 72-58, up by 14 early in the third quarter. And they have it because Jayson Tatum right now is trending to one of the great nights of his career.
That's why, to me, it's a different feel for this game. Every time the Celtics have needed something, Jayson Tatum has done it not only on the offensive end, but defensively. Stepping through, making steals. The last time came down. Before he would have forced that. This time patient, waited until you had a shooter in the corner, wide open. Derrick White, wide open, able to knock down the jump shot. Beautifully done. Derrick White so far, 20 points in this game.
Tatum and Derrick White have each made 5 threes with each one. Kelly's Roast Beef will donate $33 to one mission helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way, proud to be local, always original. This has been the story of the game. Celtics get the lead to 14. The Knicks go on a 6-0 run or an 8-0 run, do a lot of good stuff. And then as soon as it seems like they have the momentum, Jayson Tatum makes a play and the Celtics push the lead back. Celtics led by 10 right out of the gate here, and this is pretty much where we've been throughout the night. Boston up between 6 and 14, which is where it is now, 72-58. 8:53 to go third quarter. Jalen Brunson, left side. With the right-hand dribble, he's thinking about the three. They run away from him. They force him to take an open shot. He does, and he drills it.
How does he get open between a couple of guys?
Great question. Celtics got crossed up. They ran away from the wrong guy. They gave him the Josh Hart treatment. Brunson's got 16. He will get 30 tonight. I promise you that. 72-61. Tatum moving to his right. Jalen Brunson this time stays in front of Tatum. He kind of tagged him last time. He gave Tatum the open three. Shot clock down to 5. Tatum finds Derrick White. Up fakes on Bridges. Drives to the elbow. His jumper. Back iron. Spits it out. And the rebound is the ninth for Karl-Anthony Towns. Brunson dribbles around Al Horford. Gets in deep. Scoops it up and in. 5 quick points for Jalen Brunson. And here we go again. All night has been the exact same thing. Celtics go up by 14. Knicks make a run. 72-63. Boston by 9. 7:57 to go in the third. Back and forth we go. Jayson Tatum straight away against Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns puts that big right hand up in front of Tatum, who lines him up and takes the deep three over him. It's no good. The rebound for Josh Hart. I wasn't crazy about that one. Josh Hart, offensive end, bumps to Jrue Holiday, throws it back to Brunson. He's got a good look. It's a three. It's no good, but Jaylen Brown fouled him.
What they're going to say, this might be landing path. I think this is what this could be.
They're definitely going to look at it. This could be a calamitous mistake by Jaylen Brown, although I'm not sure you're getting that because Jaylen Brown planted his foot before Brunson landed.
To be able to meet the criteria for a flagrant foul.
It's the voice of Scott Foster. They are certainly right to look at it. Brunson sailed a long way forward. We'll see. This is a big play with Boston up by 9 and 7:39 to go in the third.
It is. I mean, because you're just standing there, and Brunson comes in, and it didn't look like, he put his foot out to stand. He was away from him, and you go into him. Now, shouldn't be.
At some point in the next hour or so, the Celtics are going to need Jaylen Brown to make some plays.
Yeah.
It's not been a great game forward for him. Derrick White and Jayson Tatum have carried the mail. Porzingis had a couple of big offensive rebounds. Jrue Holiday's been solid defensively.
The thing, if you're him, you run by him. You don't even run closer, you just run by him. Just try to distract his vision.
Here we go.
After review, it's been determined that the call on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. For the defender for having a reckless closeout and not allowing the shooter, Jalen Brunson, to land safely. He'll shoot 3. They'll retain possession of the ball.
Ooh, big play.
Disaster. The disastrous foul committed by Jaylen Brown. It was close. Now Brunson, remember, will keep an eye. That left ankle obviously landed on Jaylen Brown. Had turned the ankle. Earlier he stepped on Al Horford to turn his ankle. So the Knicks get the 3 free throws, but they will also get the ball back, and they're already on a 5-0 run. Now Brunson has to shoot the 3 free throws with nobody at the line. He will have taken, when this is over, 7 of the 8 New York free throws here in Game 4. First one bounces in.
Before you were talking about how the Knicks hadn't gotten any free throws, and eventually in a game like this, things kind of balance their way out. Now the Knicks starting to attack the rim a little bit more. When you attack the rim a little bit more, good things happen for you. Brunson knocks down the second of 2. Third one, and you get the ball back. How many points do you get out of this? Is going to be huge.
5, 6. In these games, which again, I know the Celtics have been up most of the night, but you just felt from the start of the night till now, this is going to come down to the end. Brunson misses the third, much to the disbelief of everybody here in the building, but the Knicks on a 7-0 run, and they get the ball back down by 7. We got 2 points on this possession, plus whatever they get here.
I'd like to get Porzingis back in this game. He's done a lot of positive things.
Bridges, as Derrick White slides his feet in front of him. Full shot clock here for New York. Bridges just takes it. He forces one and hits it from 10 feet away over Derrick White. A 9-0 New York run. Boston lead quickly down to 5, 72-67. Ball in the hands of Derrick White, deep on the left side against Brunson. Derrick White bounce pass for Al Horford straight away. Towns reaches for the ball. Shot clock at 9. They move it back to Derrick White. He's open, hesitates, and knocks down a 3 anyway. How can they keep leaving Derrick White wide open? He's made 6 threes tonight in Game 4.
Defense is really focusing right now on Tatum.
Celtics by 8, 75-67. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Bridges moves it back right side to Brunson against Al Horford. That's the matchup Brunson wants. Turns the corner at the baseline. Derrick White helps Brunson. No look shuttle pass. Dropped by Hart. He has it back. Throws to the corner. Bridges 3. No good on the move. Offensive rebound. Hart kick out. Picked off again by Jayson Tatum. He will go the distance. Slam it home with 2 hands. A pick 2 for Jayson Tatum, who's playing the defensive game of his life tonight in Game 4.
When read the eyes of the guy passing.
77-67. Boston by 10. Brunson, left-hand dribble coming strong, scoops, and scores. 77-69. Boston by 8 and the ball. 6:21 to go in the third. Jrue Holiday. Handoff. Jaylen Brown spins away from Josh Hart, who fell down. Jaylen over the shoulder pass. It gets to Holiday. Holiday throws the shoulder into Josh Hart. Hart holding his ground. Holiday forces a tough ball away. No good. Not a good shot. Towns, double-double now. 15 points, 10 rebounds. New York with the ball down by 8. Holiday dogging Hart, who gives it up to Towns. Towns right-hand dribble drive. Goes past Horford and lays it in. Timeout, Joe Missoula. 13-5 New York run. Every time the Celtics land a punch tonight, New York has countered it. 5:58 to go. Third quarter of Game 4. Boston 77, New York 71. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Boston Celtics basketball is proudly sponsored by Amica Insurance. When it comes to protecting the life you built, trust your insurance needs to Amica's award-winning service. At Amica, they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. As you cheer on the Celtics, visit Amica.com to learn more and get a quote today.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Who sells Continental tires for less than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. Who has a better selection of Continental tires than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. And who gives you more free services for the life of those Continental tires? Nobody. Town Fair Tire has over 100 locations and over 600,000 tires in stock, all at the guaranteed lowest price. And that's why we say nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Felger here to talk about Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that our finance team uses here at the Sports Hub, so you know they're a big deal. Ramp handles all the tedious financial nonsense you don't want to do, so you can focus on things that actually matter. With Ramp, you submit your receipts in seconds. Your finance team will love it, and your team will love it too. And for a limited time, when you sign up for Ramp, you will receive a bonus of $250. So visit ramp.com/hub and start saving time and eliminating expense headaches today.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bravo picking up, tension picking up, nerves picking up as well. All pretty obvious here as the Celtics lead has been cut to 6, 77-71 midway through the third. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. Game 5, as you know, will be an early start Wednesday night in Boston. Will the Knicks be trying to close out the Celtics and advance to their first conference final in 25 years? Or will the Celtics tonight in New York snatch home court advantage back? And this will become a best of 3. If you thought this was a tough ticket the first 4 games of the series, wait for the next one in Game 5, and assuming we're back here Friday for a Game 6, I can't even imagine.
Well, the thing that you're having so far, as you said, I like what the Celtics are getting right now from Jayson Tatum.
Tatum has been amazing tonight. Tonight in Game 4, he's the reason the Celtics are up by 8 and not down by 8. 79-71. 27.6 rebounds, 4 assists for Jayson Tatum. Got at least 3 steals as well. In the corner, Brunson gets away from Derrick White, steps to his left, and hits the 3. It's down to 5.
Derrick White overran the play.
Knicks scored 23 points in the second quarter. They've got 23 already in the third. Their best offensive quarter of the series. Jaylen Brown down the right side. He got a step on Hart. Gets in deep, goes off the window and in. That first step, they could not catch up to him. 81-74. Need a lot more than that from Jaylen Brown. Just like that. 16-6 now for Jaylen Brown. Boston by 7. Brunson puts the big body on Derrick White. Finds Josh Hart. Hart driving. Porzingis takes the rim away. Hart kicks out to Brunson. Straightaway 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound Tatum. Good box out on Towns.
Never even jumped to get that basketball.
Tatum into the front court against Bridges. Lobs it for Porzingis. Free throw line. Bad kick out. Picked off by Bridges. Jaylen Brown slows him down. Pritchard coming from the backside. Knocks the ball away, but he knocked it away out of bounds. So the Celtics slow down the fast break off the live ball turnover. But the Knicks get it, but they'll have to operate from the under out of bounds.
Oh, Tatum. Well, Pritchard almost had that basketball coming from behind. Almost made a Derrick White steal.
Turnovers about even in this game. Jalen Brunson under out of bounds. It's safe for the Towns. 19-footer swish. Too much room for him. 81-76. Boston by 5. Towns, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Knicks having a big third quarter offensively. 10 of 13 from the floor, and Anunoby just runs over Porzingis, knocks him down trying to fight through the screen. First team foul on New York. Again, the same tackling dummy foul that Porzingis was called for on Mitchell Robinson earlier in the game.
Anunoby just running right through him. Porzingis made it happen by hooking him too, though.
This has been an NFL game tonight. Tatum, side out of bounds. They give him plenty of room to get it in. Pritchard trying to pop free. Derrick White finally does. Shot clock at 11. Celtics by 5. Derrick White, left side of the floor against Karl-Anthony Towns. Push pass for Tatum. Up fakes the 3 on Anunoby. Drives into the paint, turns, falls away. Very tough shot. Got another one.
Gosh. Oh.
They can't run that Superman commercial enough tonight. Brunson gets in deep, steps through, bounce pass to the corner. Anunoby open 3, no good. Rebound, comes all the way out to Brunson. He turns, attacks, scoops, and scores.
How can you let the smallest guy get those rebounds?
And now the difference from earlier in the game, the Knicks are scoring easy and the Celtics are scoring hard. But Tatum has carried them to a 5-point lead, but the Celtics going to have to find it quick because momentum is all on the side of New York. Tatum with Towns. Dribbling between his legs, steps to his right, 3 in the air, circles the rim, spits it out into the hands of Anunoby, and the Knicks can make it a one-possession game. Josh Hart racing out of the front court. Jaylen Brown reaches out, got his hand on the ball, but they're calling the foul. And Josh Hart was pretty deep in the paint, so I imagine he's going to get free throws. He will.
He will. This time, he was coming. And Brown has to understand that he's dribbling that basketball for a reason. To get into rhythm, to get towards the hole. He loves going to his left.
The telltale game 4 of this fascinating series on the game's greatest stage appears to be headed for a finish that we are going to be talking about for a very long time. Josh Hart misses the first free throw. The Knicks have cooled the Celtics off from 3. The question is, can the Boston Celtics win a close game in this series? That's what's going to decide. Can they beat Captain Clutch in crunch time? Josh Hart gets 1 of 2. Boston's 14-point lead is now 4. 83-79. Celtics with the lead and the ball. 3:08 to go in the third quarter of game 4. Derrick White for Jayson Tatum. Deep on the right side against Anunoby. Tatum holding it. That shot clock getting low now every time down. Pritchard has not been much of a factor here in game 4. He lobs it towards Porzingis. Porzingis catches falling away in the baseline. Tough shot, no good. Rebound Towns. Porzingis wanted to foul at Hart. Not enough contact there. Bridges races into the front court. Pull up 3 is no good. Rebound eludes Tatum. Anunoby saves it. Anunoby turns. Drives in the paint. Then kicks out to the wing. Brunson up fakes the 3 on Derrick White. It's not there. Good defense here, but the Celtics have to play a lot of it. Brunson turns, fades, hits.
Boy, they are hitting them with the body. They are knocking people around. Woo!
And the lead is down to 2. Couldn't happen any other way. 2:34 to go in the third quarter of game 4. Boston leads 83-81.
Well, if this is a war you want, this is a war you're going to get. The Celtics right now not rebounding the basketball. 2-minute second chance opportunities. You're talking about Brunson getting inside and out, putting that body on you, knocking you away. And the thing about Brunson, to be so small, he is so physical. So physical.
As the Knicks have put together their best offensive quarter of the series, easily. Told you a big offensive game was coming for New York, and it is exactly played out that way. The Knicks have been held under 1.06 points per possession. Forget the actual math. They have been held at that level for 3 straight games. It only happened once to this team all year long, and that was when Brunson got hurt on the West Coast trip in March. They're trying to make it 4 straight, and that has not happened. The Knicks have not been under that number 4 straight games since November of 2021. But Jayson Tatum has been beyond brilliant for the Celtics here in game 4, but he has got to get some help beyond Derrick White.
Yeah, Derrick White can't be the only one out there. Porzingis has to get inside out. If he's going to get fouled, he has to go towards the rim using that size of his.
Porzingis has averaged 18 minutes a game in the series. Or I should say through 3 games, he's averaged 22 minutes a game in the series. He's played 17 tonight.
Luke is now in this game.
We've not seen Mitchell Robinson here in the third quarter. Celtics have played him off the floor. Luke Cornett and Derrick White. Boston lead is 2. Jaylen Brown is out of the game. Tatum has played the entire quarter. Derrick White pull up on Towns. 3 going to come up short. Rebound. Cornett got a hand on it. Comes down to Josh Hart. They're calling a foul on New York here.
Anunoby this time just kind of hooked his man. Anunoby came in, hit him with the body on the backside.
I'm not sure about that one. But the Celtics will get it back. It's outside the final 2 minutes. Tatum takes the handoff back from Cornett. Straight away 3, no good. Long rebound. Jalen Brunson comes up with it. Knicks winning all the loose balls. They can tie or better on this trip. Brunson zigzags to the free throw line, brings it out near half court. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Knicks looking for the tie or the lead on a Brunson 3. It is no good. The rebound slapped away from Luke Cornett, out of bounds by Bridges. Boston will hang on to the lead to get the ball back. Up by 2 with 1:55 to go in the third.
Wow. Good looking shot though. But boy, every defensive rebound is a battle. Celtics aren't cleaning the glass up.
It's just felt inevitable that New York is going to take the lead at some point. It's just a matter of what happens then. 29.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals for Jayson Tatum. He's got it out at half court. 1:40 to go in the third. Shot clock already down to 6. Tatum steps to his left, forces the straightaway 3. Air ball. Derrick White saves it. Out to the wing. Horford returns to Derrick White for a corner 3. It's no good. And Bridges has the rebound. Celtics are running too much time off that clock. They've gone out of their early offense. Josh Hart, free throw line. Looking around, has time, returns on to Towns, up fakes and gets a foul on Tatum. That's going to be on the floor. Towns made the shot. But visions here of a Larry Johnson 4-point play are going to quickly come back to reality as that foul was called well before the shot.
The Celtics 4 fouls here.
Well, that's because this is the first foul in the final 2 minutes. So now you can't put Mitchell Robinson back in the game if you're New York. Knicks have had a couple of chances to tie or better. Another chance here with 1:21 to go in the third. Brunson straight away against Derrick White. It's Josh Hart screen, moves to his left. White stays in front of him. Brunson right-hand dribble, free throw line. Exposes the ball near Tatum, but he keeps it. Turns, fades at 12 feet. Jumper's good. Tie game.
Woo. And he gets where he wants to go.
25-11 is the New York run to tie. Here comes Tatum racing right past Karl-Anthony Towns, and they trip him as he got in very deep. Tatum took a hard fall because he was going full speed when he got tripped. Tatum is on his back, his hands up at his forehead.
Gee, give him a shot here.
Yeah, Hart reached his foot out and tripped him. Yeah, he had started his shooting motion. He's going to walk to the free throw line. He should get free throws here. The question is he okay? Because he fell forward hard on his front.
On that wrist and kind of grabbed at it. A great play by Tatum then, accelerating. The defense was back, but they weren't set then.
Now, you also got a 4th foul there on Josh Hart. Jaylen Brown is out of the game with 4. First free throw bounces in for Tatum. Celtics regain the lead for the moment with 58 seconds to go in the third.
Boy, do you love this big stage. Ooh, do you love it.
Good as it gets. You won't hear anybody talk about the TV ratings when they come in tomorrow. Jayson Tatum gets the free throws here, 85-83. Boston by 2. Knicks with the ball. Brunson walking the dog. Clock will start now. 56, 55, 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Knicks with the ball down by 2. Jalen Brunson straight away. Moving to his left. Behind a Josh Hart screen. Cornett in front of him. Brunson will attack. Pull up baseline. Floats it no good. Offensive rebound. Hart can't tap it home. Celtics have it underneath. Derrick White getting muscled. And it's called for traveling. They're giving the ball back to New York. Derrick White got the rebound, but never really had his balance under the basket. Didn't want to throw it away. And they call traveling. Celtics bench looking at it. They're not going to do anything, but they will get Jrue Holiday back in here.
At that point, though, why didn't you just call the timeout if you trap like that on the baseline? Possessions are key. You got to rebound.
Scott Foster will hand it to Jalen Brunson on the far side. In front of the Boston bench, inbounds to Josh Hart, and back to Brunson. Jrue Holiday will defend. Full shot clock here for New York. Brunson down the middle of the floor. Kick to the corner. Anunoby open. Tatum, a late challenge, but Anunoby hits the three anyway. And the Knicks have the lead. What did I tell you during the break? I said I bet my house New York's going to get the lead at some point, and they have. 86-85. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. 10 on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock. Every possession matters. Tatum against Towns. Tatum steps to his left, rocks the three. No good. Back iron. He's gone cold. Rebound belongs to Bridges. He gets it to Josh Hart. 8 seconds. Plenty of time. Hart into the front court. Derrick White backpedaling. Hart diving in. Puts it off the window and in. Knicks by 3. 2.5 on the clock. Tatum inbound. It's in the hands of Pritchard. That's the guy they want. Pritchard across half court. Launches and banks it just wide. And that will do it for the third quarter. Even though they won the 2 games in Boston, New York just staged its best quarter of the series by far. Knicks trailed by 11 at the end of 1. They trailed by 11 at halftime, but now the New York Knicks, 25 years from their last conference final, are 12 minutes away from a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals. End of 3 in Game 4 at Madison Square Garden. New York 88, Boston 85 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Earn your bachelor's online with UMass Lowell and grow your career options and earning power. You can easily transfer credits and accelerate your success. Begin May 19th with UMass Lowell.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
110 Grill in Athol is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Athol today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
To the fourth quarter we go at Madison Square Garden. The telltale quarter in the telltale game that will likely decide how this Eastern Conference semifinal series will end. We have no earthly idea. I'm not changing my mind now. I said 2 hours ago, whoever wins this game tonight, everyone is going to grant this series. But regardless of what is about to happen over the next 12 minutes of basketball, well, I have a feeling we're going to remember it forever. It will not decide the series. It just feels like it right now. A 30-13 close to the third quarter for the New York Knicks. They come from 14 down to grab the lead. 88-85. The Knicks came from behind twice in Boston to take the 2-0 lead, and now for the Celtics to return to Boston in a 2-2 series. They are going to have to do the same. They're going to have to come from behind in the fourth quarter. Jayson Tatum cooled off in the final few minutes of that third quarter, but he has got to get some help.
Yeah, somebody has to step up, and Brown is the guy. Brown back in this game.
With 4 fouls.
Roll the dice if you're going to go.
Josh Hart going to play with 4 too. All right, New York with the ball up by 3. Here we go in the fourth quarter. Mikal Bridges gets a screen from Mitchell Robinson, who's playing early in quarters tonight. Bridges steps back away from Derrick White and hits from 12 feet. Mikal Bridges in the second half in this series has been amazing. 14-2 is the New York run, their largest lead of Game 4, up by 5, 90-85. We are 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Right now, if you're syncing up, Jaylen Brown at the free throw line. Pump fake, doesn't want to force it. Throws a bad bounce pass. Pritchard barely gets to it. Pritchard spins away from Josh Hart. Attacks the paint. Got bumped by Hart. They got to call something. Gets a foul. Pritchard clearly traveled, but I thought Hart forced him into it. Now, the Knicks might consider challenging only to see if they can get a call on Pritchard maybe, because that's the fifth foul on Josh Hart. Unless they called it on Robinson, which I think they did.
Wow, they're giving them 2 shots?
Well, he was turning, and since they called it on Robinson and not Hart, Pritchard was facing Robinson. He landed, and then with the collision, that could have easily gone the other way. This could be a break for the Celtics. Pritchard will get free throws here with Boston down 5, 38 seconds into the fourth.
Oh, that was a shaky pass then by Brown.
First free throw is good. Want to know what it's like to wear the title belt, to be at the top of the mountain when you got 29 of the team shooting at you. This is what it feels like. Pritchard calmly knocks down the free throws. 90-87, New York by 3. It feels like they're way up, but of course they're not, because it was the Celtics that had the lead all night until the final minutes of the third. 90-87 is the New York lead. Brunson out of the game now, so is Tatum. Mikal Bridges behind the Robinson screen. Gets away from Derrick White, falls away, tough shot is good. Oh, Mikal Bridges, over and over again in this series, has made second half plays. 92-87. New York by 5. Derrick White turns the corner. Cornette running to the rim. Derrick White didn't see him. Kicks out to Jaylen Brown instead. Jaylen, left-hand dribble drive on Towns. Finger roll up and good.
That could have been a foul. Towns kind of went under him.
92-89. Celtics trying to hold the fort here until Jayson Tatum can come back in. Tatum's played 32 minutes tonight in Game 4. Boston down by 3.
Same play, pick and roll.
Robinson sets it for Bridges. Bridges lines up Luke Cornette. 8 on the shot clock. Now Derrick White comes out to help. Bridges, bounce pass, threads the needle to Josh Hart. Hart steps back to the free throw line. Jumper is short, rebound, punched in the air twice, but Pritchard's got it. Boston with the ball down by 3. Here's Jaylen Brown up the right side. Runs into Josh Hart. Ball goes out of bounds. Which way?
Wow.
Yeah, they call a foul.
On Hart.
If it's Hart, it's 5.
Whew.
Yeah, he was moving. Not a lot. Yeah, and if Josh Hart had just stayed still, he might have drawn that offensive foul.
Are the Knicks challenging him?
It would seem like they are.
Yeah,
yes,
they
the Knicks are going to challenge, and it's not even a shooting situation, but the Knicks are challenging because it's the 5th foul on Josh Hart. It comes with 10:22 to go in Game 4. Fasten your seatbelts, gang. We're headed to the finish. New York 92, Boston 89 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Your move-in day just got a little easier with Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage. You can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your mortgage with us for a low $250 fee, even if you're a first-time home buyer. That way, if rates go down, you can easily modify your interest rate and your monthly payment. For complete details or to apply, visit clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender. NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
A very difficult, close call, and it goes against Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. They lose their challenge. It's a 5th foul on Josh Hart with 10:23 to go. Celtics will get the ball here, down 92-89.
Well, you can see Hart clearly was moving there as he tripped him. And you need that from Brown, but in these situations, watch, you cannot have the ball out in front of you. The ball, you need to have your body between you and the defender. Jam. What is Walt Frazier wearing today? Something to be good.
A more aqua blue print tie-dye kind of look as opposed to the cow suit he had on Saturday. Todd Frazier and Mike Breen, the legendary New York's television team, got their last playoff game in Detroit. Celtics return to the floor with the double bigs, Horford and Porzingis. They haven't played together a lot, really all year, but particularly in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown and Pritchard out there with Derrick White. Keep an eye on when Jayson Tatum comes back in. We got 10:23 to go. Boston down 92-89. Tonight, it was the third quarter that did in the Celtics to this point. Not the fourth like it did in the 2 games in Boston. Peyton Pritchard, dogged by McBride. Floats a bad pass, knocked away by Anunoby, and then Jaylen Brown fouls him. And they can talk about clear path here.
Shouldn't be.
Certainly a loose ball foul. And that's 5 on Jaylen Brown. And now you've got to get Tatum back in the game. The Celtics needed someone to be Robin tonight. And it was not Jaylen Brown.
But not a good pass then.
Knicks by 3 on the ball. 10-12 to go. Towns and Robinson both in there. Twin Towers for New York. Bridges turns the corner on Horford, gets him pretty deep. Paint taken away, so he gives it up to Towns at the elbow against Derrick White. Towns turns, floats it up and in.
Good job by Towns.
Yeah, he's been good tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times we had to say it, but there was a big Towns game coming in this series. 21-11. Boston down by 5. Tatum has been the hero all night. Bumps into Towns, backs it up, 10 on the shot clock. Towns trying to hold his ground here. Tatum ducks the shoulder, drives, finger roll, high off the glass, and he gets the bounce. Wow. The Celtics are just teetering here. Now we're at the point of the game where Boston is fortunate to only be down 3. 94-91, 9:31 to go in game 4. Bridges, watched by Porzingis, straight away up top. Derrick White coming late. Bridges gives it up to Towns. Towns fall away 3. That's off. Front iron, but the rebound comes to Mitchell Robinson. Throws out to McBride. His 3. No good. Back iron. That would have been a big one. Horford grabs the rebound. Boston with the ball down by 3. Trying to get momentum to turn. Derrick White puts in the hands of Porzingis. Now Tatum. Deep on the left side against Anunoby. Tatum turns the corner, floats it back to Porzingis. He's open. Celtics need a 3. Don't get it. Back iron, long rebound. Derrick White's got it. In the paint. Pump fake. Finds Porzingis. Coming strong. Lays it up. No good. Late foul. They were going to let it go if the shot went in. It didn't. So Porzingis will get free throws with Boston down 3 and 8:53 to go.
Is that on Towns?
Let's find out. Yes, and it's 4 on Towns. And everyone talks about, the minute police who've been killing Tibbs all year about, you can't play these guys that many minutes. The danger is not playing a guy 41 minutes or 39 minutes as far as his health. The danger is in a situation like this, you play guys 40, 42 minutes in a physical game, they're going to get into foul trouble. Porzingis' first free throw is good.
Well, if you're the champions and you're playing in this kind of tight game, even that last play a minute ago, the Tatum score, that was a shaky possession at best. He made something out of nothing.
Everyone got on the Knicks for the way they got blasted in Game 3. The only thing worse would be for New York to lose a clutch, close game in Game 4. That would be far more devastating. Free throws good for Porzingis. 94-93. New York by 1 and the ball. 8:47 to go in game 4. Jalen Brunson gets the high screen from Mitchell Robinson. Horford fights over it. Now Porzingis there. Here comes the double bigs after Brunson. He'll shovel it into the corner. Bridges dribbles around Derrick White into an open 10-footer and hits it. This guy can't miss in the second half. Jaylen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns have got that third guy tonight. Jayson Tatum and Derrick White have not. Boston down 3. Tatum steps back behind the line, launches, and ties the game with his 6th 3 of game 4.
Big boys. Big boys.
He is out of the phone booth tonight. 36-7 for Jayson Tatum. We're tied at 96. 8:08 to go in game 4. The game of the series, maybe the game of the playoffs, unfolding in front of our eyes. Brunson over the shoulder pass. Towns up, fakes the 3. Lobs it down low to Mitchell Robinson, who lays it in. Celtics smartly do not foul because he was at the cup there. 98-96, New York by 2. Ball in the hands of Jrue Holiday. 7:48 to go in game 4. Tatum near half court, trying to get ahead of steam going. Loses Towns. Step back. Now moves to the Holiday. Open in the corner. 3, though, is no good. Offensive rebound. Al Horford got his hands on, but he's called for the offensive foul. Loose ball foul on Al Horford.
Al Horford saying he got fouled in. Yes. If anything, that ball should have stayed there. Look on the outside here. That was Bridges.
Celtics will not challenge. New York with a 2-point lead and the ball. Clock rolling with 7:35 to go in game 4. Knicks trying to take a 3-1 lead. They had a 3-2 lead in this round last year against Indiana and lost. Brunson switches to the right hand. Step back long 2 on Holiday. No good. Not a great shot. Rebound Tatum. Brunson 31 points in 33 minutes. Tatum shovel pass, gets it back from Al Horford. Tatum steps to his left, creates a lane to shoot a 3 and knocks down his 7th of the night. And the Boston Celtics have recovered to take the lead.
Ooh, man.
What are they going to say about him now?
Gotta get some
39 for Jayson Tatum, and we still have 7 minutes to go in game 4. Celtics lead 99-98. Mikal Bridges moving to his right behind the Robinson screen. Pull up 12-footer. Got another one. Celtics have got to get somebody on Mikal Bridges. New York with the lead 100-99. Bridges up to 21. 12 in the second half. Porzingis rolling to the basket, runs it too hard off the glass and misses in close. New York by 1 and the ball. Brunson pulls up on Derrick White, pulls it back out, finds Anunoby. Anunoby steps past Porzingis, goes to the left hand and scores. Timeout, Joe Missoula.
Joe Missoula getting a timeout quickly here. That's what I mean by going hard towards the basket. Not hard enough there.
The Knicks have been the aggressor in the second half, and it has paid huge dividends. 6:32 to go in game 4. New York 102, Boston 99 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
Boston Celtics basketball is brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter the most. They put in the time to make sure that you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit amica.com to learn more.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
It is everything you could hope for, unless you've got a stake in the outcome, in which case you were on the edge of your seat, with everybody telling everybody on both sides that this was the must-win game. Knicks lead 102-99. It'll be Boston ball with the Celtics down 3 and 6:32 to go. Josh Hart is out of the game with 5 fouls. Jaylen Brown is out of the game with 5 fouls. Jayson Tatum has become Superman in front of our eyes. We think back fondly to the Game 7 record against Philadelphia, to his Game 6 in Milwaukee. Tatum has been better tonight. This may be the best game of his life, and now the Celtics have to get him some help or they're going to waste it.
Well, Brown coming back in this game. You're bringing him back in. No, it's not.
No, you don't. No, wait, it was 6:32 to go. Remember, that was an issue. You don't want to be the coach that fouls your own guy out. So you have to make a decision. When are you going to bring Jaylen Brown in with the 5 fouls, just as Tom Thibodeau has to decide? It doesn't feel like the Knicks can win without Josh Hart. It doesn't feel like the Celtics can win without Jaylen Brown. But both are on the bench watching here, with the Knicks leading 102-99 and 6:32 to go in Game 4.
Well, the thing you're looking at really is what are the Celtics going to do right now, as you see Bridges going in this pick and roll and going crazy.
If the Knicks hang on and win tonight, how many New York fans get into the building at TD Garden on Wednesday to try and see history? Jrue Holiday into the front court. Left-hand dribble, throws it back out to Al Horford. Now in the hands of Derrick White. Out near half court, shot clock at 12. Derrick White moving to his right. Tatum pops free. That's where the ball goes against Anunoby. Tatum goes quick. Ducks the shoulder. Anunoby in front of him. Shot clock down to 4. Tatum steps through. Scoops it off the window and in. Scored in the foul. Is there anything Jayson Tatum can't do tonight?
Got his man in the ISO. I thought he carried the basketball.
That looked like the end
Double
of game.
dribble.
That looked like the end of Game 2.
What you had was a double dribble there.
He did have a double dribble, but the Knicks can't challenge.
Yeah.
The only argument the Celtics would make is that Anunoby knocked it away, but he didn't. And the Celtics could get a huge break here. 3-point play ties the game. We are even at 102. Jayson Tatum has 42 of the Celtics' 102 points. Tie game, 6:08 to go in Game 4. Instant classic unfolding in front of our eyes. The only difference tonight is you knew it would be. Jalen Brunson down the left side. Pump fake on Porzingis, and Tatum throws it back out to Anunoby. 7 on the shot clock. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen. Anunoby to his right. 3 is online and good. The Knicks have been unstoppable here in the second half. 54 points. And they lead by 3 with 5:42 to go. 105-102. Who's going to help Jayson Tatum? Tatum deep on the left side against Brunson. Puts it in the right hand. Down to 10 on the shot clock again. Tatum, left-hand dribble. Pump fake. Loses it. Has it back. Puts a bad pass to Holiday. 3 on the shot clock. Holiday ducks the shoulder. Drives. Scoops. Scores! A possession teetering on the very brink. And Holiday gets the Celtics within 1. I don't know how. That ball was 40 feet from the basket with 4 on the shot clock. 105-104. Knicks are going to rue that one if this game gets away. Brunson at the elbow, throws the shoulder into Derrick White. Falls away, runs it with the left hand off the window and in. He gets an MSG bounce. 33 for Brunson, 42 for Tatum. Knicks by 3 with 4:55 to go in Game 4. History unfolding in front of our eyes. Tatum, pull up, 12 feet, high arcing jumper, bounces out, offensive rebound, Porzingis, and he is fouled. Now, regardless of whether or not it was on the floor, New York is now over the limit with 4:47 to go.
This is a game that ain't gonna go away. I mean, all you have to do is get an offensive rebound, a defensive rebound. Nice job by Porzingis getting inside out.
A game worthy of its stage. Porzingis comes up way short on the free throw. Those early first half free throws that the Celtics missed coming back to bite them. They've missed 6 free throws now tonight. In a game they trail by 3. An entire city, 5 boroughs all joined up against Porzingis, who misses both. Porzingis misses both free throws with 4:46 to go. New York by 3. 107-104. Jalen Brunson. Hounded by Holiday. Left-hand dribble drive. Pass Porzingis. Scoops it up. No good. Rebound Jrue Holiday. Good defense. That was a tough one for Brunson against Porzingis. 5-on-4. Holiday zips it to Al Horford. Touches into the corner. Derrick White for the tie. No good. Porzingis jumped too early. Couldn't get the rebound. Derrick White hadn't had a shot in a long time. Down to 4:17 to go. New York by 3. Brunson backs it out against Al Horford. Nobody is sitting in the $10,000 seats they bought tonight. Brunson deep straight away against Al Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson starts his drive. Pull up, mid-block, jumper is good. Woo.
Man, that dude's getting whatever he wants.
We have entered clutch time, and Captain Clutch is trying to bring the Knicks home. 109-104. Largest lead for New York. Tatum, crazy deep 3, no good. That was a force. Rebound Bridges. Now the Knicks in command, up by 5, and the ball. 3:42 to go in game 4. Brunson trying to keep it away from Holiday. Ball loose on the floor. Brunson's going to get there. Reset it with Anunoby. Knicks don't have to force anything here. They've got control. Up by 5 off a huge second half. Brunson against Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. Brunson bounce pass into the corner. Bridges left-hand dribble drive into the paint. Fall away. Tough shot. Got it at the shot clock buzzer. And Madison Square Garden goes wild as Joe Missoula calls the timeout.
What a play that was by Bridges. Bridges yet again has been unbelievable. They talked about all those draft picks they gave up. I won't be talking about them right now.
Bridges is 7 of 9 in the second half. And a 14-point lead early in the third quarter has become a 7-point deficit with 3:21 to go.
Well, they're going to bring Brown back in the game. Is it too late now?
The Celtics have to pitch nearly a perfect game now the rest of the way.
Hardest thing to do is pitch a shutout against a guy like Brunson, who is so tricky. Now, if the Celtics, the only thing you think about here is you only have 2 fouls, 2 team fouls. So you can gamble a little bit more on your defensive end.
The story of the game, quite simply, is that you knew Brunson and Towns were going to be big. Were they going to get help? And Anunoby and Bridges, big tonight. Anunoby in the first half, Bridges in the second half. The Celtics are 3 minutes and 21 seconds away from wasting arguably the best game in the biggest stage of Jayson Tatum's career when you combine those two things. 16 of 28, 7 threes, 42 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals for Jayson Tatum. But after the hot start early for Derrick White, everyone else has vanished. And that's how the 14-point lead has become a 7-point deficit.
Derrick White did not get any opportunities, and they missed out on it. How do you get him involved in this game? And the pick and roll that they have got over and over again going towards a hole with Bridges has been huge. Bridges has 3 rebounds in this, 6 rebounds in this game, but 23 points.
Knicks plus 9 on the glass. And as a result, the shot margin that we always talk about, New York has got 15 more shots.
Well, this is exactly, if you're the Celtics right now, you've been here before. You've done this before. This is the test about being the world champions.
The Celtics, 12 of 24 from 3 in the first half, 5 of 18 in the second half, and that, of course, is the difference of the game.
Well, your movement of the basketball, Celtics have been doing a little bit too much isolation.
13 assists for the Celtics tonight. That's it, 13.
Boy, do you think the Knicks fans were obnoxious the other day? They are going to be crazy.
And as we said, how many of them get into TD Garden on Wednesday night? Because you know they will make the pilgrimage to try to see history. Knicks at the finish line, but they have not crossed it yet. Up by 7, 3:12 to go. Ball in the hands of Tatum against Anunoby. Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. 2-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. Jaylen Brown threw the ball away. Jayson Tatum is down and hurt. Celtics training staff immediately racing onto the floor.
Tatum was calling timeout immediately while he was on the floor, going in circles.
Jaylen Brown threw it away. Anunoby picked it off, and Tatum could not get out. He is holding on to his left ankle, and he is in extreme pain right now.
Wow.
Tatum with a towel over his head, lying on his back as the Celtics training staff try to stabilize that right ankle. Tatum was just pounding his left foot, his left ankle on the ground. They lift Jayson Tatum up. No weight whatsoever on the right ankle. Every Celtics title defense, it seems, comes with some calamitous injury that changes the course of history. Is Jayson Tatum going to bounce back from this, or is this the one we're talking about? Anunoby had the steal. Tatum tried to get in front of him, and it was just an injury. I don't want to say it was a non-contact injury because he was reaching out towards Anunoby, but it looked like he crossed his own legs up.
Yeah, he planted his foot, and it didn't even look like the ankle turned.
Bridges knocked it away from Jaylen Brown. And Tatum had to react quickly and suddenly and put his right foot out in front of him to try to get in front of Anunoby. And he just went crumpling to the ground.
Wow. What a shame.
You would say it just went from bad to worse for the Celtics, but worse does not encapsulate it. Jayson Tatum is in the locker room. Boston is down by 9 with 2:51 to go. Jaylen Brown, quick three, no good. Back iron, rebound, Knicks have it. And suddenly this game feels academic. Ball in the hands of Jalen Brunson. 2:35 to go. 113-104 is the math. Jalen Brunson, step back three. Got it. It was going to be the New York Knicks night. They are going to style and profile to the finish. Jaylen Brown missed the three. Rebound goes off, pressured out of bounds. This game is gone.
Yeah.
But is the series gone, and is Jayson Tatum gone? Those are the only questions that matter now.
Well, if you got it, do you have a hero?
Wednesday night at TD Garden, off of Causeway Street, where the New York Knicks have 3 times eliminated the Celtics in the playoffs. The New York Knicks are going to go for their first trip to the conference final in 25 years. But will Jayson Tatum be there to try to stop them?
It's going to be hard to see him coming back from that.
Brunson on the under out of bounds. The Celtics are down by 12 here. Holiday has a steal with 1:52 to go. Holiday finds Jaylen Brown. Knicks will peel away. Jalen will lay it in. That ends the 11-0 run. So it's 116-106. 10-point game with 1:48 to go. Celtics, if they want to start playing the foul game, better start doing it now because they only have 2 team fouls. Derrick White deflects it out of bounds. 116-106. Tom Thibodeau will get Josh Hart back in here with 5 fouls and Karl-Anthony Towns with 4.
And Mitchell Robinson, to his credit, stayed out of the way. He did what he needed to do just to stay in this game.
How cruel can the basketball gods be when Jayson Tatum was in the midst of maybe the game of his NBA life? Now he will not be out there for the finish. Jalen Brunson, blitzed by Holiday. Upside for Anunoby. Anunoby will drive and lay it in. And Knicks fans will relish these 90 seconds. They have waited a very, very long time. Pritchard will launch a deep three, and it's no good. Rebound belongs to Josh Hart. The Boston Celtics have been to 10 conference finals in the last 23 years. 10 of them. Celtics fans have become used to a meal they want and expect more from now. Knicks fans are starving for just a bite of that meal, and they're a game away from getting it. Peyton Pritchard goes the distance and scores. 118-108, final minute here of Game 4, which has taken an unexpected and absolutely cruel turn for the Celtics with a Jayson Tatum injury late. Meanwhile, the long-suffering fans at Madison Square Garden relishing every second. Bridges finally misses. Towns put back is good, but I think he committed a loose ball foul to get it. And there will be 48 hours of conversation about Jayson Tatum, about the injury, and about the 2 games that got away early in the series, which is why the Celtics are now going to be in a 3-1 hole.
Well, what is the injury? It's going to be it.
The chant at Madison Square Garden now is Knicks in 5, and that will gain a lot of steam if the injury news is bad for Jayson Tatum.
You think of the other part of it is the free throws the Celtics missed in this game. Boy, a couple of bad turnovers by Brown in this game.
Al Horford gets a couple of free throws here. 118-110. Margin is 8 with 38 seconds to go. Celtics have to start fouling now, or at least pressing. They try. Bridges long cross court, almost picked off by Jaylen, but he couldn't get it. Lead for Anunoby. Hands off to Karl-Anthony Towns for the 2-hand slam. Margin is 10. Peyton Pritchard, deep 3. Got it. Knicks just have to get across half court. Josh Hart does. Al Horford going to give the foul. Josh Hart immediately pointing to Bridges out of the field, arguing for a clear path foul.
Give the Knicks full credit.
They answered back.
They answered what they needed to answer.
And while the injury will take over as the discussion and be the primary news that comes out of Game 4 to Jayson Tatum, the story of the game itself was after everybody tried to pretend that Jayson Tatum wasn't one of the best players in the world. Tom Thibodeau going to call timeout here for some reason with 21 seconds left, leading by 7 just to make sure they get the ball in. The story for the Celtics in Game 4 was Jayson Tatum having the game of his life, and after Derrick White knocked down some shots early, and he was great at the start of the game, Jayson Tatum just did not get enough help. And all this discussion about how the Celtics were deeper than the Knicks. First of all, when you get to this month, when you get to the middle of May, it's 7-on-7 to begin with. And the Celtics playing without Sam Hauser, with Kristaps Porzingis obviously still battling whatever he's battling. And you needed somebody to step up and help Jayson Tatum. He did not get enough help tonight. And as a result, the Boston Celtics, who may or may not be without Jayson Tatum, are going to take the floor Wednesday night at TD Garden in a 3-1 hole for the first time in 2 years.
Isn't it funny, though? Think about it. Cleveland going back down what?
3-1?
3-1. Celtics going to Donovan Mitchell. Stepped out of the game the other day. Will he be back? Now, will Tatum? What is the severity of the injury? One thing you said, there was a non-contact. Really wasn't a lot of contact. What he did, he planted the foot, and then he just...
An NBA season dominated by the Cavs, the Thunder, and the Celtics, and none of them have the lead through 4 games. The Cavs and Celtics are down 3-1, and the Thunder and the Nuggets are 2-2.
Yeah, this is a nightmare scenario, but for me, it's an opportunity. If you are the Boston Celtics, if you're Jaylen Brown, if you're that dude.
Redemption for Jaylen Brown. Remember when Tatum got hurt in Game 7 against Miami? Jaylen Brown did not have a great game. Knicks, after all that, they throw away the inbound. Celtics have it down by 7, 17 seconds to go. Pritchard, stepping to his right, launches a 3. No good. Long rebound belongs to Brunson. And a little tiny gasp of hope the Celtics had is gone as Pritchard misses. Brunson is fouled by Al Horford with 10 seconds to go. How could the Knicks? Tom Thibodeau literally called a timeout to inbound the ball, and they still threw it away. Well, How many times have we said it over the last 2 days? The Knicks were due for a big offensive game. You knew it was coming. It felt like one of these games was going to happen in the series. I didn't know if tonight was going to be the night, but it was. And now, the Celtics, with their championship, the grip on it is just fingernails now on the edge of a cliff, down 3-1. The crowd is going to be interesting Wednesday night.
Yeah, this is, to me, opportunity. I don't see it as, failure. This is opportunity.
I really felt as Towns comes out to a nice ovation. I thought the Knicks were going to win this game tonight, and I thought the Celtics were going to win fairly easily on Wednesday. Now without Tatum, that changes everything, but it was all going to set the stage for what we hope is going to be a Game 6 here on Friday night, which will be the biggest game in this building in 30 years. Final seconds, Pritchard stepping to his left, Brunson sails by, Pritchard misses a 3, rebound Mitchell Robinson, and the New York Knickerbockers, 25 years from their last appearance in the conference finals, will head to TD Garden on Wednesday night with a 3-1 lead and possibly get a Celtics team without Jayson Tatum. That's how quickly games, series, and seasons can turn. The final score in Game 4, New York 121, Boston 113. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in.